Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a Monday night. We've kicked off the week. I hope everyone out there is having a great start to your week. But we are going to kick everything off with WWE Raw tonight now that I got rid of the echo. And we are rolling, folks. Make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. We got 3+ hours. Your alternative commentary begins now. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live. Like I said, folks, we are back at it again. We are the Wrestling for Life Network, and we got all your alternative commentary for WWE Raw tonight. We're going to be here all night long. Blow up that chat. Get in there. Say hello. We see a crazy number of people already in our chat. So make sure you say hi. Don't be a stranger. Click all those buttons. We got lots to talk about, lots of wrestling to get into. But before we do, we should introduce ourselves. I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yes, we got plenty to talk about when it comes to this Monday and everything, and not all of it's even WWE related. I mean, so far, at least all we have for tonight that's been advertised is Nakamura and Shinsuke confront each other. And also Trish versus Becky, obviously.
Absolutely. We got the Trish versus Becky, a match that a lot of people wanted to see at SummerSlam, but it's been held off for Winnipeg, Canada tonight. So, yeah, big shout out for that one. But we're going to find out if this is the conclusion. Does it still continue? I mean, we got to be
the conclusion. This is like, what, 4 months in the building?
It's been a while.
Right.
It's been a long while with these two, Nick.
Right. Well, should we talk to initially the people that spend a long time while with us, and hopefully more do as well? The people's in the chat. The people's in the chat.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Richard, what up? James, what up? Hey, yo, hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad guys don't last, but bad guys do.
One of the best.
And they stream every night, too.
What's that?
I said, and they stream every night, too. Got
it.
Do you see a Gargano sighting as Ciampa teased it on Twitter? Have you seen this, sir?
Yes, I posted. I threw someone's post up on Instagram in the story because, yeah, legitimately found it very interesting that happy-go-lucky Ciampa is looking for his buddy.
Oh, I think we're going to get a DIY reunion, especially if the current tag team champions might be on the bench. What a perfect time to have a fan favorite tag team come in and just kind of run roughshod for a little bit.
Yeah. I like the idea. I love the idea of putting DIY together on the main roster. Ciampa hasn't done much. Gargano's done nothing since he's kicked off.
He's literally getting missing posters at this point, folks. But someone who's never missing, Small Mark saying, cheerio, gents. We got Richard, who, I mean, he might be missing with the amount of vitamins this man seems to take. Chad Gable versus Gunther confirmed for WWE Raw, and Shinsuke Nakamura gets a match. Well, you probably are probably right with that one.
I don't know how. Yeah, that's not that far-fetched.
Right. Bash 8. Hey, did y'all see the Mr. Punk crap versus Hangman after Collision was over? Yes. I think we were going to talk about that at some point. Fitting just after we went off the air about Collision and everything. Yeah. Some other stuff was wrapping up just off the air on Collision as well.
Yeah, and I'm kind of torn how I feel about it. I really am.
Fair enough. Steve-O, what up? Boston, what up? Rocco, the good paisan, even though you turned Canadian on me. He did a pipe bomb to Hangman off air Saturday.
Yep. That wasn't a pipe bomb. It was a love tap at best.
Right. And then we got Charisse out here saying, hola, ¿cómo estás? And I hope I said that correctly. But
yeah, close enough.
So we've hinted at it enough, and we've been close enough with this. Do we want to talk about this? I have the quote pulled up if you want me to read what exactly Punk said. he said this was after, obviously, the end of Collision. After Collision went off the air, he's still in the ring with FTR and everything. And there had been a couple Hangman signs in the crowd. Carolina's Hangman country, referencing a sign in the crowd. Earlier today, I went to a local supermarket and I figured out why they call him Hangman.
Yeah.
It's because the pegs in the toy aisle are full of Hangman action figures because nobody wants to buy them. He's a peg warmer, unlike me, who moves merchandise, pops ratings, sells toys.
Yeah, it's not a pipe bomb. That's not a pipe bomb.
But it's definitely a shot across the bow.
It's a nice jab. It's definitely a nice shot, right? You can't argue that at all. Part of me feels like there's no way he's doing this without it being like, could it just be shoot? But I feel like after everything that's happened, if he's just doing it as shoot, would Tony not instantly then step in and go, whoa, whoa, whoa?
When has Tony ever who'd? That's the whole thing.
So that's where I'm praying for this company that, like, let's go shoot.
I feel like we need to have this on a poll on the channel. Sorry, took a minute there. Or even maybe we take this to court at some point here, because to me, I feel like this has gone the whole gamut of stories when it comes to this. This was completely a work. This was just to keep a storyline going. Of they know it's going to move tickets, they know it's going to move needles, they know it's going to draw attention. Granted, right. Going to get some negative backlash as well. I've heard initially from Meltzer, and then Fightful followed up with it, and then there's been also quotes, I guess, more elaborated on from Nick Houseman at House Family, or whatever his shit's called now, into this. And then there's some people that think he just really just said, screw it, I'm still pissed, I'm still a petulant child, I'm still CM Punk. Those tend to be the more elitists of the AEW fans, but
yeah, I'm torn. I don't know. Like, I mean, if this is still continuing, but to me, what if, like, everyone assumes certain things? What if this is a case of, the Elite versus CMFTR, and it's Adam Page, not Kenny Omega, in the middle?
Oh, well, it's interesting, especially because I think it's also compounded with other stuff that came out around this and around Collision as well. But speaking of people coming around, Alexis out here saying, get out of my swamp, man. You got Small Mark asking about if Chelsea gets a new partner. Did you try out for Chelsea? I think I.
Yeah, you like this? Mick Foley was involved.
Oh, yeah, I think this is fantastic. I sat there and she shared some independent chicks one. And because she was doing a mob gimmick, and she's like, I think I have to just consider this just so I manage to see tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, smart move.
Right. Does Becky and Trish main event? I think so.
Maybe.
But this is also compounded with the whole story of CM Punk, I guess, sending Nick Nemeth away from Collision, I guess, telling supposedly that Christopher Daniels can't be there, as well as allegedly Matt Hardy, and apropos Hangman Page, who was just, I guess, supposed to be there to record something for Dynamite this week.
Right. Yeah. Now all of a sudden Meltzer is reporting this militant, fuck everybody, CM Punk.
But I don't think it's militant. I think it's there's layers to this, much as
layers.
The Ogre's reference to this, but there's absolutely layers to this, because this goes to, does he just really want to keep a kind of copacetic locker room? I mean, you've already given the Elite Dynamite, Tony, so you've pretty much just given Punk Collision, so you kind of got to live with the bed you've made. And to me, my understanding, the reason why he doesn't want Daniels there is because he was involved in the brawl out situation, much like how Ace Steel was, granted probably to differing levels, but Ace Steel's not allowed at Collision, so Punk's view is, well, if my guy isn't here, then your guy isn't either.
No, it sounds fair to me. I mean, again, let's be privy of who's not allowed at Dynamite, or who's not allowed at Dynamite without permission.
But you don't hear that, though. That's the thing. That's what makes this interesting. That's very big. That's interesting. But then again, everybody's friends with the Bucks. Everybody's allowed. It's just a giant sleepover jamboree.
Yeah. No, but that's where you see, you only work with certain people. When are you going to expand your horizons? When are you going to work with other wrestlers?
Sorry to cut you off there, but that's been the problem at times with Dynamite, is because there's too many of peoples. There's too many people there. There's too many people involved. There's too many things going on.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll give you that. But
Right.
at the end of the day, I mean, it's very interesting that this still goes. I know Tony Khan was asked what his thoughts on the shot was, and all he said was, "I'm very happy that people are interested in our wrestlers and our wrestling shows, even when they go off the air or something akin to that." And it's like, oh, okay, like, so he has no comment. Again, if they come full circle and turn this into a complete work, whether it started as a work or concludes as a work, it will be one of the best works of all time. And
But
it's had people interested, but I don't know, man. Is it
it
just
is
enough
such a
not to?
modernization of, and again, this is to where I give them credit of WCW really did this really well, and that's how we got the
Mhm.
start of the NWO, honestly.
Sure.
Is stuff like this to where you can, there's a lot of people, granted, there's still all kind of dirt sheet reporters at the end of the day that are all reporting of it this way, and everybody's got a little different take and everybody's got a little different angle on it, and well, it could go this way and it could be that way, and we never really know. So this is, if they manage to pull this out and make money out of this, it's going to be fantastic. But I do worry that this is much more becoming an us versus them type of thing. It's
Yeah.
more
And
planting the seeds of dissension still.
right. And it's even happened within the fan base. And we've talked about this many times where, you know, you kind of want a united fan base. You don't mind differences
Mhm.
amongst your fan base, but as the overall collective, usually the vast majority boo the bad guy, cheer the good guy. That's kind of how it's always been.
Can I present a counterpoint? Like I mentioned, and how I keep comparing them to
Go ahead.
WCW. Well, no, because that's what basically WCW was doing with the NWO. The NWO at one point was going to be its own separate brand, was going to be in its own separate roster, had its own pay-per-views and everything. The NWO at one point was the most overact in the whole company when they were supposed to be the fucking heels.
Hmm.
I think that's very apropos to this whole situation of to where they're kind of just going with what. Go ahead.
I was waiting for you to get to the point.
No, you're good.
You can
Finish.
go ahead. I
I'm
don't know
good.
where you're going with it.
I'm good.
What do you mean you're good? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are rolling along. And
I lost the plot. Okay.
yeah, clearly. But yeah, we're rolling along, guys. And yes, we do have Becky and Trish tonight as well. As far as the AEW shit goes, my fear is people are getting tired of it, no matter who's right or who's wrong. Even if it is a work, it's like, fuck, okay, maybe enough of the infighting, maybe enough of the weird stories, maybe enough of, you guys not getting along, because it has put a divide in the group and you're trying to build your fan base.
That
Is
is
where I
exactly
was going with it.
now. What comes around is all around. Sorry, my brain's like a lazy Susan over here. Apparently. Well, no, of that. I think that when they did that divided, when in WCW, that divided the fan base, and I think that that's pretty much what they're doing here. Like they're running that razor thin line of dividing the fan base because it draws attention, it draws it creates buzz around it, you get people talking about it,
Mhm.
versus you divide the fan base to where it self implodes on itself because everybody's infighting.
Yeah, and I mean, again, when you get this really strong tribalism and there's real kind of seedy back and forth, you get concerned that you're deterring new fans, right? You become a new fan and
Right.
you're like, hey, what's going on? Oh, I don't really like Chris Jericho. And people are like, fuck you, die. And you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, what are we doing? So this like elite versus, I mean, it'll be very interesting for the people who've been purists, like a Dave Meltzer, if this does work out to be a work of like, now what do you say? Now what do you do if you were being fooled the whole time?
Right. Um, but to WWE, since we're talking about Raw here,
Yeah,
um, do you think that A, Becky and Trish main event, and B, do you think that this is the end of this story?
I don't know. I wonder if like a part of me is like, it really should be. It really should be, especially if it was gearing up to be a pay-per-view match that ended up getting pushed. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what kind of lemonade they can make tonight.
I was gonna say, so is Becky gonna just come out here and do the game entrance with the lemonade, like they've already seen with where she was at commentary with the leather jacket and does the spit taunt?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it kind of leads out to like maybe Starks.
We've been there. We've done that a few times here.
Is that where we pull this into? Like,
the honestly, only way this gets another chapter is if Lita shows up tonight.
Yeah, I still like Mickey as a better idea, especially now that.
Well, yes, we all do, but I'm, going within their realm of we haven't had any announcement that Mickie James has been backstage at Monday Night Raw. But then again, that might mean it has some credibility because we haven't had people reporting on it.
That's very true. Usually, that's the funniest part. We'll get these, multitude of reports about certain people, and then out of left field, somebody shows up, and you're like, "Whoa, nobody saw that coming." Thank you.
Right.
Any truth to Lacey Evans' release from WWE? I haven't heard it yet, but I wouldn't be shocked.
That hasn't come across my desk yet, but shout out Dale, by the way, the predictions champion, which will be on the line at All In. I think that's the next pay-per-view we got coming in.
I think so. Maybe we'll put it up on, the next one would be the Multiverse. Impact versus New Japan.
Oh, when is that?
This week.
I keep hearing about it, but I can't remember when exactly it is. Sorry.
I believe it's this weekend.
Okay.
I think.
Fair enough. Ronnie, what up? Mega, I'm a fan of CM Punk because he tells the truth and he's not afraid to tell everyone about EVPs and etc.
I love that element of Punk as well, Nick. I think that CM Punk, I like that he says it, and I do think he's been kind of unjustly crucified.
Well, speaking of that, to play devil's advocate, you are hearing one person's narrative out of that.
In a lot of the cases, there's been heavy pro elite reporting.
Right, well, I'm even just saying I was going to say even if you're still I like Punk says this and he calls them out and everything, but that's still his perspective on the situation.
Oh, for sure. Right. But I do find it very interesting now. Like Meltzer's reporting this shit, like again, like he's this tyrant and But now most of the reports I've read from the people within Collision that are working week to week on Collision, perfectly happy. But do I really give a shit that Christopher Daniels can't be there? No, don't be there. We don't, you don't.
My question with this is, did these all happen on the same night? Or are these stories that people had in the chamber?
Yeah, maybe.
And then CM Punk put his foot in his mouth because he even came out and I reported what he, talked to her from Nick Houseman reported at House Family. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. About Punk was unhappy with the way his post-show comments came off. He wanted them to land differently and he felt bad after it. Does CM Punk ever really feel bad about anything? That's debatable.
I think he does. I think he genuinely.
Well, no, but I'm saying, did these all happen in the same night, or did he Punk just manage to have a CM Punk moment, and then everybody just kind of, especially Meltzer coming out of the gate, just unloaded with, "I've got this story, I've got that story, I've got this thing that's been told to me."
Yeah, I wonder, or is it just like a collective? Like he started phoning around. Do you have a Punk story? Do you have a Punk story? Right. Did we just load them all up? I wanted to see if I could find the list of everybody. Wrestler.
No, you're fine. Alexis saying Naito wins G1 tournament. Yes, it's very interesting that Tetsuya Naito wins the G1, especially seeing how his stablemate Sonata's the world champ. So I instantly thought it's very kind of, not comparing the two fully, but it's very Judgment Day you can see the storyline writing out of, he's always got to have a, eye over his shoulder.
Yeah, I agree. And I did pull up something, and I'll give Russell credit for it. But I mean, this is very interesting about the whole Punk thing of, though it has not been reported that Punk specifically requested not being present. So let's say these people aren't allowed to go over to Collision, but it was a conversation between, Punk and Tony and And Tony, for the sake of his business, is like, the following people probably shouldn't be over there. Yeah, we're pegging, Punk's walking around with a fucking sash and a clipboard and you out. Like, no soup
right.
for you.
No, right.
No collision for you.
Well, that goes into the whole Nick Nemeth thing, though, because that seems to be the most valid kind of source thing, that he was actually backstage and Punk talked to him. And I've seen some people say that there was much more of an aggressive conversation. I've heard people say that it was more of just he doesn't want any sort of possible dissension or whatever, or conflicting kind of direction throughout the locker room because of his past tweets, which, I mean, we're in the day and age in pro wrestling to where locker rooms are divided by tweets.
Yeah.
But I think that's the only one that leads a little bit more credence to maybe Punk is kind of really still trying to police and really just establish what Collision is.
No, I agree. And listen, if I'm trying to look at both angles here, I mean, at least in one case, imagine if you worked at, a company for a while and all this shit happened and you felt like there was a collective that couldn't shut their mouth, that were running their mouth, that were loyal and close to the other side. When you get the opportunity to go to like your own show, you end up on Saturdays. Yeah, maybe you would be a little bit selective of who you want around. And if one side can say, well, we don't want to be there when so-and-so's there, or we don't want this person there. I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, in my humble opinion.
Well, it could be that. And it could also be more of literally just we've obviously everybody knows, I guess, Punk's wrestling mind, and he has a vision that he wants to do. If Tony's literally just been that weak backboned of a boss to where he just has given dynamite to the elite, and Punk, CMFTR, y'all can just have a say in Collision. Y'all do with it what you want. Then maybe Punk's gonna just go with what he's viewed and what we saw, even why he had problems in WWE and all of that, why he's always been known as a quote unquote malcontent, because he wants to do his vision of pro wrestling. And if he's gonna, decide on some petty bullshit of I just don't want you here. All right, bye. Yeah, you're not fucking up my locker room because this is he gets to play fantasy GM like Tony does.
And maybe he wants to keep people that he feels more, we really don't need you guys running back and telling you, oh, well, we were in the dressing room and we heard them say this, or they're doing this, or like, you don't need that infighting. And that's what we just talked about with the growth of this company is you need some kind of kumbaya moment and start rowing the boat in the same direction.
If you got to be captain on your team, are you going to pick somebody to stay on your team that might piss you off to where you get a technical foul for fighting your own team and get thrown out of the game? Right. I don't think so. You still on the bench. You go over there.
Yeah, right. And even worse, if they're leaking, your playbook to the opposition, you're gonna have a big issue.
That's been a thing lately. So that's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
I think it was. Oh, there was either an NFL team or a college football team that literally got their entire playbook leaked.
My brain instantly went to Waterboy. I'm not going to lie, folks.
That's was it Dax or Cash that's playing, Vicky Valancourt that's out there with the sign saying, you want me to
kill him? Really wish people would stop empowering Meltzer. He's a tool. Smile Mark, I've been beating this drum for so long. Now, Meltzer's numbers are way better than ours, but not nearly as good as his used to be. And listen, more and more credibility needs to go to the window with this guy. I hate, and there's some channels out there that I respect what they do. I respect their content. I watch their content, and then they'll turn around and report, as Meltzer said on Meltzer Radio. Stop it. It just literally, the man has no value. And if Tony Khan, and I've said this a million times, had half a brain, he'd say, Dave, stay the fuck away from my company. Stay miles away from it. Don't report about it. Don't talk to my wrestlers. Don't text me when the power goes out. Go away.
When you have Jim Cornette and Vince Russo both agreeing that Dave Meltzer is full of shit, hell has officially frozen over here. So if that doesn't need to tell you about Meltzer's credibility and respect to it, because let's be honest, anybody that even thought about does anything like what we do in talks wrestling or anything like that. Almost does owe a bit of gratitude to Dave because he was kind of the initial smart mark to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But much like Ric Flair's and Hulk Hogan's and so on and so forth, you eventually either you outstay your welcome or the game passes you by. And I think in Dave's case, unfortunately, it's done both.
Yeah, and I think he's clinging. I think he's clinging to the newer generation, and the Bucks in that give him the best way. Because I don't believe the WWE and people in the WWE entertain Meltzer even to the close degree that AEW does. And
I think he chose a side. I think he chose a side, and one has a Meltzer driver and the other doesn't.
Well, yeah, pretty much, right? So I think at the end of the day, it's just ridiculous. I love Meltzer. You go away too.
Well, no, Boston's out here saying I owe him $20. What the hell for?
Hey, dude.
Right, see, buddy, what up? Vance saying F Dave Meltzer, boo, boo earns. Yes, boo this man.
Sorry, Dave.
Right. Well, the people have spoken. The peoples have spoken.
Right.
Bonkers, what up? Richard, what up? Just seeing if we missed anybody. Chris Leclerc, what up?
What's going on?
Are we still talking about if Lacey got released? Like I said, I haven't seen that at all.
No, I haven't seen reports that Lacey. Now I do have it up right now, so I'll take a quick peruse. But I have not heard confirmation that she has been released. Then again, if we do get that news, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I can't believe it.
Yeah, they've fumbled the bag 100% with her at this point. She's had more gimmicks than turns on a doorknob.
She might be the female Baron Corbin. Corbin's
still working though.
Yeah, but I'm a little nervous about what path he's on, and we've seen, even
he had the Shrek. He said, "What are you doing in my swamp?"
and then took an L. Son of a bitch. It's being reported that Cody Rhodes will fight Finn Balor tonight.
I'd be fine with it. Be a hell of a match. Hell of a fucking match.
Shout out to
so
Chris
what we could potentially have tonight is Shinsuke versus Seth Rollins. We're getting Becky versus Trish, and we're allegedly getting Cody versus Finn. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Where's the bad match?
No bad match so far. And I'm surprised. Right. I know some people don't want to see Trish and Becky, and some people just hate whatever Trish and Becky do because they need to put Trish and Becky down so they feel better about their obsession with Sasha Banks. But at the end of the day, that's fact. But at the end of the day, I mean, this is 4 months in the making, whatever it's been. We'll see what happens if there is a return. Finn and Cody, okay, I'm down. Two guys that should be able to deliver. Two guys with Bullet Club ties.
Right. Absolutely. Well, I don't think that's a match that we've never gotten. I don't think so far. And I was trying to go back and think of, I was like wondering, did we ever get it when Cody was really doing because since you said the Bullet Club, when he was really doing his Bullet Club thing on the independents or anything, I was like, nope, we never got that either. So shit, that's a
night.
Right now, if we do actually get a Nakamura versus Seth match, I think those three, it's really going to be really interesting which is match of the night because they all seem like bangers.
Right, and then fair enough, Nick. And there's also the intrigue of like Finn coming out. I mean, Nakamura coming out to help Finn, even though it's for his own gratitude or gratification. That's where I find it very interesting. Of wow, okay, Finn Balor, Shinsuke standing side by side for a moment, even if it's temporary. It's an interesting look.
New Japan Alliance.
Right, let's go. And I mean, listen, Nakamura being kind of with somebody that could maybe do some of the talking and such might not be terrible.
Well, I just think it's more this thing, and just real quick of Chef, what up? Clay, what up? Curtis saying wrestling for life family by the order of the Prince of the Mid-South. Prince Ali. Acknowledge KJ and Nick by slamming that like button. What? Well, I see we got almost 50 people kicking around.
Let's go.
I think we got over 100 something likes on the video. So 100% be a friend, tell a friend. Like, share, and subscribe. We're minutes away, seconds away from Monday Night Raw kicking off. And also as you've seen, we do talk a lot and we miss some of the comments. So we do have the super chats, the super stickers. Be a member. You get all the custom emojis, you get all the custom colorways. If you're a sneakerhead, you know, you like the colorways, so be a member.
Right. No, and absolutely, folks. We're over 100 likes already on this stream here tonight. Try and get us to 200. Let's see we can go where we can go. And we're heading towards 2.4K subs. So to be a friend, tell a friend, like Nick said, get in there. You can be a member and have all the fun all week long. We're back tomorrow for NXT Dynamite Fight. I feel like Fight
of the Fallen
has been forgotten. Like it was like just slid
in there. It's been forever, like Fight Forever.
But
I can't knock it because it is for a fantastic cause. For
my show is kicking off as we speak, sir. So let me know when you get to then.
Okie dokie.
So
I had to refresh because I was catching the end of Law and Order. Apparently, I've still got Richard Fox on my screen here.
Richard Fox.
Gilly, what up?
So let me know when you hit then, sir.
Okie dokie.
Yeah,
I got then now.
You got then now? Good.
I got then. I'm probably about to get now. How now, brown cow? I got now.
I got now.
There we go.
Folks, we are kicking off Monday Night Raw. That is Big Nick. I'm KJ White. We got 3+ hours rolling through. Already 30 minutes in the book. Make sure you get in that chat. Say hello. We take a prediction for every match. We take a rating at the end of the show. So stay to the end. We want to know what you think out of 10. And we're going to take you through all the ups and downs of yet another Monday Night Raw and keep this chat going. I love seeing it. Love it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to catch up with some people's here. We got Gilly. We got Vance. I can't believe they created a tag team women's belt. Well, we're going to find out, apparently, the decision either now or Friday about that. Keep it Blaze 420. Yo, long time no see. Well,
hey,
you know, when you're on the vitamins, you know, where's Dave, man?
Dave's not here, man.
All right. 123. Congrats on the 2.31. Yeah, we got the Jordans. We got the LeBrons.
Yeah,
now we're trying to get the Kobe's with the 2.4s.
Yeah, we're going after the Kobe's now, folks. Get in there.
Right. Jordan, what up? 129. Do I see 130? What do I hear now? 445, 145, 166. Wide.
Right. But now we're getting the replay. Oh, no. So Shinsuke will be here tonight.
TJ,
and
what up?
Michael Cole on commentary.
I'll take it versus Kevin Patrick. God damn it.
That's awesome.
Robert saying he'll be back on Wednesday. Well, no, stay for the fun.
Right. And the Orange Cassidy at WWE. Here come the Judgment Day opening the show.
No, don't you say that. Don't you say that.
Just from an opening the show standpoint, as Orange Cassidy.
Because they're the best doing it. They're the Raw Bloodline. And by the way, I think we're going to see a pause for the cause on the Bloodline storyline.
Right. But we've started a lot of shows with a fucking Judgment Day promo.
Am I the only one that just popped there for half a second because Dom got scared by the pyro?
He probably did. I shit a little.
Yeah, but you're telling me you're not happy with having some Rhea Ripley on your screen here.
I'm not complaining. I was
going to say, we were in a compilations video that you pointed out to me earlier,
right?
About Dom Mysterio winning the NXT title. Shout out, I think it was Sports Reactions Empire or something like that. Yeah. But 100%. Yeah. So Empire. The Judgment Day has been one of the best things going on Monday Night Raw.
I know, but I just calling a spade a spade. They open a lot of shows.
Fair enough.
But big shout out to Untamed Zilla. We appreciate the stickers, and that's a long one, so I'm not going to read it all. But it's a cute little wavy hand thing, I think.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a repeat of person waving turquoise.
JD starting off Raw. Sorry, what's good, TJ?
TJ, what up? We got JV. Rey Mysterio going heel would be great. Well, because Alexis is asking, does Rey give Santos the U.S. title match?
Yeah, yes. I think I told you, we argued about this.
I was going to say, choose your words wisely, sir.
Yes, I truly believe that that's what's going to happen. Is Santos will take that belt from Rey. It might start off cordial, but I think there's going to be dissension amongst the Lowo.
Are we not doing that same storyline with the Judgment Day?
Yes. They assume people don't realize.
That's the problem. As Rhea's welcome to Monday Night Raw. No, baby, I like it raw.
No Finn.
Well, yeah, well, I think that's the interesting part of everybody's thought, oh, well, JD is just going to be the next guy in JD because he's been hanging around Finn. I was like, no, I've been saying this for a hot minute. Finn and JD are going to be their own little thing. They're going to stay pissed off with the Judgment Day.
I'm very interested to see how that plays out because conceivably could go either way. But yeah, definitely it looks like that riff is really right between Finn and the rest of the group. What's up, Sonic?
I was going to say, meanwhile, someone's typing in the chat right now like the Princess Bride. Inconceivable. I think you keep using that word. I don't think you know what it means.
Over under.
Sorry,
over under
will be now. Right now. You're watching us right now.
Now.
Ronan, what up?
You're in the now.
I'm trying to find where you were. Over. Ooh.
Oh, go.
Oh, I got you. Over under number of likes 215. I'm gonna take the over. I'll always take the over.
Over. Let's go.
You could say 1,000,000. I'll say over.
It's true.
Right. Oh, so Damien's, like you just pointed out, Damien's pointing out how Finn's not here. You don't need to pretend like there's not a problem.
Finn Balor come out to his own music.
This is Gothic Bloodline, is what this is. This is the fucking new blood, the twilight to the Bloodline.
They're like, just do what we're doing over here, please.
Well, you've always heard a lot of people, like, especially when we've got JD coming out, by the way, like I said, speak of the devil. But you had a lot of people once, like Damien won the briefcase, Rhea's women's champ, Dom's a champ, Finn's going for the world title. A lot of people started to go with, they're just Bloodline, same thing.
Yeah. They're Raw's big faction.
But I like that each show has its own identity to an extent.
Absolutely. I'll give you that much.
It's an anchor to tie your ships to.
Fair enough. But JD is here, folks, and he's having a little chat with Judgment Day, trying to be respectful, apparently. May I come to the ring? May I have some more?
I have a message for you from Finn.
Oh.
So you're his messenger boy now.
Cody.
So he's saying to worry about the real targets, Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, Finn not out here once again.
Not Seth Rollins, the world champ. Just nope, not on our radar. No. Shredder mommy. Yeah, she's like the fucking trooper shredder right now. She's got the spikes and the black and the purple. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
There you go, JV. Valkyra was already having some issues with Rhea Ripley. JD, Finn, bring up the bird lady.
Oh, the Irish motherfucker.
Rhea's hair is horrible.
Deafening. This second Dom touches the mic, it goes from a quiet kind of segment. Everybody, you can hear what he's saying, to just boo, 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 this man.
What's up, Resident Evil? How you doing? JD kind of promo on JD. Yeah, very true.
Fair, interesting enough.
Some whiskey on whiskey crime. We're live. Yes, we are. Always.
And Dom even says, so Canada's part of North America, so I guess I'm the champ of this dump too.
Yeah, amen. Fuck you. Well played, Dominik.
Yeah, but it's so interesting. The second JD starts to talk right after that, everybody shuts the fuck up. Everybody's back to fine. Everybody just calm down. It's just Dom. He gets the loudest heel reaction in pro wrestling. Oh, I got a ball. Let's go. And
tonight we're gonna get Sami. How is his elbow? His fucking
I don't know.
Elbow.
When have you seen this man coming out with an elbow pad? Because that man was hiding a softball in his forearm there.
Sami. There you go.
Going after JD. So we're gonna get JD versus Sami?
Yeah, I'm all for this one. Let's do it.
JD writes off Sami for a bit here.
Boo this man.
Boo Earns, boo Earns.
And look at the Judgment Day, just watching.
One just
Victor.
Victor, what up? What up? What up?
Do we have a problem here? Says Sami.
Andy, so if Becky beats Trish tonight, does that mean she goes after Rhea Ripley for her title at Payback, or she could go against Shayna?
Shayna would be intriguing. I don't know if she goes directly after the belt.
Oh! I think whoever goes against Rhea is losing for a hot minute. JD is just wearing Sami into the turnbuckle.
Yeah, not nice. So we're going to our first commercial break. JD looks to be leaving, and it looks like we are going to get Sami Zayn versus.
Wait, you got to clarify which JD. There's two JDs.
Yeah, McDonagh's going to stick around and might have a match where he's clearly got a bit of an advantage on that arm right now. And if you guys haven't seen the picture, Google Sami Zayn's elbow. It's gnarly.
As I say, you could just listen to our stream where we talked about it and explain how it's a fucking softball hiding there.
Yeah, it really is. I could see JD turn on Finn and take his place. Now, this is part of who knows.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I've never made that connection in my head of I've never seen where that really works to me personally. So I think it's going to be just literally we get.
What don't you see?
I don't know if it's an offshoot or if it's just this different, maybe still heel tag team of JD and Finn.
I don't know.
Or partner mentor type thing.
Could be more of a baby face vibe, perhaps. I don't know.
Because then if you do that, then you put Finn, in the main spotlight of he's going to have the big match with JD, and then Damian still just gets kind of put on the back burner. Everything else kind of gets put on the back burner. I think Finn, but doing his own thing, just still it doesn't take away from everything else a bit.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think we could definitely go. That's what I like about right now. What we're doing here in the WWE is trying to guess. Okay, are they going to go left? Are they going to go right? Is it what we think it is? Is it something that we haven't thought? But yeah, right now, based on what we just saw, there's not a whole lot of love there between JD and JD. So it looks like Finn's the odd man out, but we'll see.
I was going to say, folks, yes, never mix your JD with JD. That's how you end up with the iron cuffs. Just mix your JD with a Coke or your mixer of choice.
Canada, hell yeah.
Is that because, to go on the American version, is that because that's the much more politer version?
That's a nicer way of doing the American in your face shit.
Yeah. America, expletive, yeah.
Nia Jax is Chelsea Green's partner. Dun dun dun. Not a great fit. I don't know.
I go with good show. Okay. I like that. Honestly, I like that. You have a heavy with a fucking asshole mouth.
Okay.
You have Chelsea Green that's going to just sit there and she can just be sorry, I had
to let that think.
Big Daddy Cool, Big Nia Cool sitting right there behind her.
It's not.
That's literally that we've seen could knock anybody out on this roster. At least do some damage. We'll
purpose,
put you on the show.
Apparently. Yeah. No, Nick. I think putting it that way, it would definitely work. It allowed Chelsea to be even more of a pain in the ass. You really push that envelope,
and then you
hide behind, literally behind her.
And when Sonya comes back, it's not a bad trio. It's not a bad extension there.
AB Jobson, welcome back. Xavier's in the house, giving us some
preseason. Broncos 13, 49ers 38, week 2. Fair enough. I gotta see if there's any pregames out.
Well, JD for the win.
As long as Russell Wilson has, part-time Seahawks fan, as long as Russell Wilson is losing, I'm happy.
Yeah. Folks, I will let everybody know if you are just tuning in, we are in a commercial break. We will be back to the action momentarily, and we are rolling along.
Speaking of momentarily right now.
If you haven't If you haven't hit like or subscribe yet, please do so. Make sure you get in the chat. This is the channel for fans by fans. We're back to the action, and we want to know what your prediction is on this match. Sami versus JD McDonagh.
Right. EQ saying JD and Coke. Yeah. Well, that's a fantasy if we're going to make fantasy tag teams.
Yeah.
Oh, where was it? Alexis. Oh, Canada, our home and native land. You knew the assignment, Alexis, and I appreciate that.
Good job.
You got the assignment. Where were we? But yes, we've got JD McDonagh versus Sami Zayn right now. So give us your prediction if you haven't done so already. Drop a, even if you're lazy, drop a J. Christ, you can just drop a JD. Give us a shot. Or an S for Sami in the chat here. JD for the win. JD for the win. Hey guys, I think the women's tag belts get addressed tonight. I hope so. Do you expect a tournament or a new champion or mid-card title? Whoa, that's multiple choice. That's
we're like all the above, none of the above. Do you expect?
Yeah, I could literally go through and tell you which one is good. They'll rank them.
No. Yeah, we're not. We can agree with half that statement that we could get a tournament. I don't think so. I think they're going to ride this Chelsea story. Chelsea's going to pick a new partner.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
Even as cursed as those titles are, interestingly enough, and I think this could be Zack Ryder. I almost called him Zach Cardona. Matt Cardona rubbing off on Chelsea. Pause. To where she made this whole viral campaign of like partner with Chelsea, and it got an attention to what we assumed was pretty much a deader than a doornail. These belts are cursed. Get rid of them. There's nothing here. There's nothing to salvage. Just be done with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have somebody that actually wants to have the belt, and she's having fun with it. So let her run with it. And people are actually talking about the women's tag belts and then we left them on his desk and left. Like, it's the first time since.
And went to Impact or went to New Japan and broke her ankle.
Right. KJ, did you know JD full name, Jay Bood?
No, but we did interview a guy named Jay Bougie, who has a similar-ish name and everything, which, by the way, if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out, too, as well.
There you go. True patriot love and all our sons command. It continues. It's so beautiful.
I didn't even do nothing.
It's actually just fun fact, real quick. It's us, not sons anymore. But we'll talk about that later. Anyway, Sami for the win.
As the maple leaf turns.
Right, no kidding.
JD will earn Judgment Day respect as Finn is losing it. No, because he's aligning himself with Finn.
But is he? Dun, dun, dun.
I think so.
Happy birthday to Kofi Kingston. Is he here? What's up, Kof?
Happy SOS. I heard him shouting. SOS. Sami wins by DQ. By who? KO comes back.
Oh, right now, by the way, folks, the action is rolling on, and JD is all over Sami. Yeah, we're going back into a commercial break, and I see about 80 people kicking around. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit the subscribe. Make sure you push us up over that 200. We took the over, so let's go. We want to hit 200 likes on this one. So make sure you guys are having a good time, having fun, and we are rolling along with this show. The chat is live. Victor's in there.
I was going to say, absolutely. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. We already, so far we've already gotten, on the junior Jordans, the junior LeBrons and everything like that. Now we're trying to hit the Kobe's with the 2 4s and everything. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Victor, what up? Rumors are Sami and KO might have to relinquish the tag titles. Ooh, I don't think so. What do you think?
Not yet. In time, if they can't defend it, if it's legitimately they can't defend
you're gonna hold to that rule. I know you're a fan of that rule. If you can't defend it within 30 days, you must relinquish. Then
get rid of it.
MJF and Roman Reigns are screwed.
Fuck it. They can grandfather it in for those two. But no, I mean if he's not going to be out long, I think they'll hold on to it and hopefully they get him back sooner than later.
I don't think like I said, if you bring back a tag team like DIY tonight, you let them establish themselves as a tag team and get everybody back behind them, and it's the DIY of old and everything.
Absolutely.
And then you let them challenge the tag team champions, and that gives Sami and KO some time to take a respite, to recover. That's why I'm surprised Sami's having a match tonight.
Right. Finn Balor seems to be the odd man out of Judgment Day. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Definitely not side by side. He's sending a messenger, not even himself, to say what he has to say.
Right. He's going to come and talk to all three of y'all.
Right. JD gets himself disqualified.
Again, by who, though? The rest of the other JD comes out and interferes?
Yeah,
Finn
maybe
comes out
Judgment Day, but then are we just continuing? I mean, there must be a plan there or some idea of where that's going to head if that continues to be the case.
Well, I think we're going to continue here, but I just don't know if Sami's going to be really more involved with it. I think this would be more of a situation to where, say, if it is a Finn that shows up, he shows up and he takes out Sami to write him off. Could it be, speaking of how we talked about there could be a Cody Rhodes versus Finn Balor match, could it be that we build into the story to where Finn shows up and takes out Sami, just decimates him, he's got to sit on the bench, everything like that. He does the coup de grace on his elbow, everything like that. And because we've established Cody has a friendship with Sami and KO, that sets up Cody going after Finn
even more. But we could get that. We could. I mean, they could put it. I'd be surprised if that went that way, but hey, why not? JD for the win. I think we got that one. Bash. Does that mean he's got? All right, next one. We got Pugs.
Well, no, I want to talk on this one. Will you guys cover DraftKings props on WWE and AEW?
We should.
I mean, if we want to do it, hashtag not sponsored. If DraftKings ever wanted to, reach out and be a friend, tell a friend, or if y'all wanted to reach out and be a friend, tell a friend. Right. I think we'd be down with that. I don't know how Canada deals with mobile gambling, or especially I don't know how I'd feel about gambling on WWE on pro wrestling, but
yeah, no, absolutely, Nick. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. I think we could, at minimum, play with the numbers and see what y'all think.
Right. Terrence, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I like Larry Harris as the cannabis leaf burns.
Legit. What's up, Larry? How you doing? Welcome back, by the way. Good to see you again.
Oh, Zoe Starks is, I'm assuming, what he was trying to say instead of Joey Star.
Joey Star.
Because no Joey, no Joey Ryan, no none of that should be in this match. But Zoe Starks, we've seen that already versus Becky. We've seen that.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess this could be the finality of it. I don't know what else he would do.
I think it needs to be. The only way this gets an extra chapter is if Mickey or Lita shows up as a Blue Thunder Bomb for a 2 count, as Sami's now grabbing the unprotected elbow.
Completely, Nick.
What?
It's completely unbandaged the arm.
Okay.
You exposed it. JD's been working on it the whole match.
Sami for the win. Starks interferes during the Joe Punk All In match. I don't think so. We don't even know if we're going to get that match. WWE needs to build a tag team to take those titles. WWE needs to build a tag team division. Honestly, it's had great moments of it. And I think Bully Ray said it best of when he was talking and praising up the Usos of just, I wish they had better tag teams to go against.
Right. Absolutely. We'll see how. I mean, I think it's a mission that they're trying to make it better, but in time. JD with the crossface, by the way, a nice drop.
Right.
Dale, and yeah,
bro, you can still see even with JD who got that arm, you can still see that elbow bump that looks like he's snuck in a golf ball.
Absolutely, Nick. But yeah, JD's having a great showing tonight, and he working out Sami right now. WWE needs to get a build. Yeah, we talked about that. Aren't you fellas getting tired of the same people on Raw every week? No. I mean, I kind of made the joke about Judgment Day being on, in the way for a little bit. But at the end of the day, I think we need to understand that they want consistency. They want to build stories. They want things together.
Right. Big kicks from JD right now. Man, JD McDonagh gets himself DQ'd. Fair enough. What do you think about Ricky Starks being suspended for 30 days for attacking Ricky the Dragon Steamboat?
Perfect storyline.
Yeah.
Perfect for
Finn's coming out.
Here's Finn again.
Oh, I like small mark here. Why promote DraftKings? Make your own wrestling for life wrestling.
There you go.
Props to win merch or memberships.
I like it.
Well, that's when you get into, I think, a whole different legality here.
1, 2.
Oh, was that a headbutt? Oh, JD falling out too. JD going up top. Moonsault, but Sami gets the knees up or the feet up. Finn just eats a punch for good measure. How you doing? Keep it moving. Haluva kick. Wow. Who had that in your fair enough.
You can't. Sammy's not gonna lose to the rookie. Sammy's an established main Carter, belt holder. He's gonna take out JD unless there was some tomfoolery.
It's in Canada.
It's in Canada. Give him the W. Make it work.
Right. So, like we said, everybody's rolling in 0-1, 0-1, 0-1. Speaking of, I was going to say, speaking of Canada, we've got a lot of O-N. Oh.
Finn Balor. There you go, Dale. Called it. Some love for Ronnie. But yeah, no, everyone blanked on that one. That's a tough one. But the elbow, he's still showing everybody the elbow, and that's just naturally his elbow.
Oh, I don't think that's naturally his elbow. Most people don't walk around with it. It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor. We got Chelsea Green looking like fucking Karen in Wonderland out here.
Karen in Wonderland,
bro. Tell me that's not
100%.
Wonderland meets Karen.
Several months.
You got to do the Vince McMahon. I apologize. God damn it.
He's gonna take the belts away.
I should just throw him away. No, Nikki Cross. No, Nikki Cross.
Right? And one like
Hunter, Stephanie.
This is bullshit. She's done that before, I think, has she not? I'm going over your head, Mr. Pierce.
Well, he's bald, so it's not hard to go over his head.
Stand on God for thee. Continues.
As we wrap up Canada's rendition in the chat.
Right. Curious how long Trish's current run will last. Her last match has to be a big blow off. She's lasted much longer than expected. And Chance and Carter.
We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Women's Tag Guild, the Women's Tag Guild.
Oh, Piper Niven! Piper's back. Hey,
that's somebody who's everybody's forgot about, and I even did as well for a hot minute, who hasn't been here. Piper Niven. And she's not Dewdrop. I'll fight you if you call her Dewdrop.
Chelsea says I'm holding auditions. Sorry. She just took it. Right? Let's go.
I mean, I have big in my name, and I'd still probably be intimidated if Piper Niven just showed up and just grabbed the championship off my shoulder.
And Pierce just like, fuck it. I guess we're rolling.
You gonna tell that woman no?
No.
What? She sat there and said, "What are you doing in my swamp?"
Right? Let's go. So we have new tag team champions, Piper Nivens and Karen at Large.
Well, by the way, shout out T's and P's, I guess, if you were doing a, drink along here of Down Your Beverage of Piper Niven has made a surprise return back to WWE and back to Monday Night Raw.
Right. Dominik Mysterio, aka Dom in the house. What's up, Dom?
You know how I know it's not the real Dom? Because it's not Dirty Dom.
Ah, touche.
Or Condom.
We got another new face in the house, Jaquil. When Roman drops the title, I'm going to be so mad. Maybe. Why? Why so mad? Want to hold it forever and ever.
Well, people, that's been that report of Roman decides when he drops the belt.
Piper Nivens is in fact. Where was your prediction on that, Richard?
Yeah.
Everything else. Irish women are tough.
I was trying to make a vitamins and a Nostradamus joke there, and my brain couldn't connect the two to make it quite work there.
Irish women are tough. I believe she's Scottish.
Yeah, she's Scottish.
They're tough and a little bit crazy. Just saying.
Because they have layers.
Right? Layered. Layers. For sure.
Whoa.
Hey, look. TV, I almost got it right.
I was like, that's not a. I know we talked about Nia Jax. I was like, that's kind of what we could pretty much get here with Piper. I hope Piper Niven doesn't get hurt. I don't think she will. Let's not hope injuries on people. Oh, Scottish is tough as hell.
Crazy as hell.
Right. So I'm sorry. I keep trying to not offend people, but my brain just keeps going into like, what are you doing in my swamp? Ogres are like layers. Scotsmen are like layers. Scottish are like onions.
Parfait?
What about parfait? Everybody like parfait.
Right. I'm very happy that Piper Nivens is back. She's a badass. I'm with you. Folks, we are back in a commercial break. Nick's going to take a pause for the cause. We are just passing the 1 hour mark live on stream. So 30 minutes into the first Raw, or not the first Raw, of Raw tonight, of the first portion of Raw. And we're rolling along. Piper Nivens just returned. We got Ciampa hinting at a DIY reunion, which has got a lot of people excited. We just had JD lose to Sami. That will be very interesting. The story between Sami and KO, who's on the shelf, and JD McDonagh and Seth, it all seems to still be weaving throughout each other. And of course, we're getting Finn and Cody Rhodes tonight. Also very intriguing. What did Bash 8 say? Because the women's tag belts are cursed. There you go. Well, it looks like it's funny because he was going to take the belt away from her. She was going to hold auditions. Piper beat up Chance and Carter and took the belt, and that's how it all happened. So Piper demands being the second half of that tag team championship. So we'll see how this works. I mean, it might be interesting. They're going to play the odd couple game, I imagine, where Chelsea's a complainer, and basically Piper's not going to want to put up with any of her shit, and they're going to kind of play this for a while. We'll see if it works. I mean, Piper can definitely do the job. It's nice to see her back. She's a very talented lady, and to get her back in the mix in any way, shape, or form is good for the show. So not a bad move. Not a bad move. I imagine they're going to fight Chance and Carter at this point. So we'll see. There you go. They're cursed. They've been cursed. Let's hopefully no more bad juju, Dale. I hope we get it going. We keep it rolling, and that nobody else gets hurt. Nobody else has to leave. They don't have to vacate the belts. One of the problems is there's always something up with them. A Canadian vixen and an Irish lass. What a team. There you go. I want to see Nia Jax versus Piper Niven down the road. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing wrong with that idea. Right now, I'm getting a commercial for tomorrow. The #1 contendership will be on the line for Carmelo Hayes' championship. as Dijak takes on Wes Lee. Very intriguing. And I got a weird feeling. What if I feel like Wes Lee might win it. So very interesting matchup coming your way tomorrow. And we're back with Byron Saxton. Rumors are that Nia Jax might be going after world title belt from Rhea. That'd be formidable. And here's Cody smiling. Chelsea and Piper. Chelsea's the new orange. There you go. That's kind of funny, JV. Not bad. Not bad. Because he held the title for so long, I don't want him to lose it. Well, all things must come to an end, my friend. So I understand you might be a little angry. My only hope is that they find an exit strategy that is very, indicative of the rest of the story. I hope it's not just a pull shoot. I hope they get to conclude properly and move forward. Oh, one. Oh, Cody talking about Dirty Dom. Getting booed for it. It's official. I'm dating Piper Niven. Okay, well, let Piper Niven know that you've decided to date Piper Niven. I'm sure she's thrilled for you. Cody Kennedy. I am 2% Scotch and 2% Irish. I have a bigger percentage, but I'm right there with you, Alexis. A lot of both in my blood. Dijak wins too early for Wesley, but Wesley just had a really strong North American title run. So do you really think it's too early? Now, Dijak, formidable, like I just said about the other potential matchup. But yeah, I mean, Dijak winning would be a big challenge. But correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like Carmelo might have beat Dijak along the way. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Cody Rhodes looks ridiculous. Why does he look ridiculous? As we're going to replay of Otis from last week getting beat up by Imperium. SmackDown might be Edge's last match before he retires. Do you agree? A lot of people have speculated this. Apparently his trainer came out and said it, which I'll take that with a grain of salt. If it's his trainer or somebody that knows him well, I don't think he would just loosey-goosey throw that out there. He wouldn't screw over his friend. Gunther's back on the table like Coyote Ugly. What does he have to say here tonight? Wise man made Roman the way he is, always needs help. No, incorrect. The wise man is nothing without a lead that can carry the ball, carry the load, carry the work, make it matter. No, not at all. Not at all, J-Boy. I think you got it backwards. And again, huge compliment to both each other. But one can't do it without the other. Chad Gable doesn't have a chance. No. Is that happening again? Why are we doing it again? I'm looking forward to, Gunther likes coming to Canada. I'm looking forward to it. There you go. There you go. That makes sense. Gunther versus Otis. That makes more sense. And Gunther wins. Nick Buff. That's it. I'm disappointed that the current Intercontinental Champion didn't go up against Roman Reigns. In time, Terrence. You can't be mad about something that hasn't happened yet, I don't believe, unless you're just, eager to have it happen. He's doing great things for the IC title. What he's doing, he's not doing a promo in the ring right now. He's doing it on the announce table. And again, he's commanding the room. He's a great heel, and he's really bringing prestige to this belt. And he's had a list of bodies that he's left behind. So give it time. You never know. Gunther's going to be around for a minute. One day, I think the big dog is going to have to take on the general at some time, but we'll see. I'm 40% Irish, but I think that was God's way of ribbing my family. That's funny. It's ridiculous. If you're on the same roster as Seth Rollins, there's no such thing as looking ridiculous in comparison. And we're getting shoosh. All right. Gunther's just told to shush. Please. There you go. Big pops for Gable. Wesley needs a breather and climb a few more rungs on the ladder. Plus, Carmelo versus Wesley should be saved for a bigger event closer to Mania. Interesting. Okay. I don't fully disagree with that, Mark. I do believe they need some type of, they would do well on a bigger stage. That match could, but at the end of the day, very interesting. I don't know. I think they like what he did with the North American title, but yeah, you're not wrong by any stretch. Chad Gable's in action versus Giovanni Da Vinci. All right, we're playing connect the dots here. I'm 50 scotch and 50 bourbon. Ding. Amen, brother. I'm 80% water and 20%. Jesus Christ. But yeah. Gable chasing down Gunther is the new plan. He is the IC hunter. All right, let's get to the point on this. There you go. So Gable versus Giovanni. Gio's done very little. Look at Ludwig, right? Tell me he doesn't have the perfect face to miss the dunk tank target. He looks like the guy from Road Trip, man. Yeah, pretty much, Larry. Where have the Max models gone? Another repackage NXT soon. I don't know. I don't care. I don't know what they're doing with them. That had to go. And again, Maxine somehow transitioned to Alpha Academy seamlessly, seemingly overnight. She just became a member of Alpha Academy. Yeah, Mansoor and Mansoir or whatever. Repackage, figure something out. If you think there's some talent there, maybe there is, but just let the maximum male models die. My suggestion, Cody should win the title from Roman. It's his time and win the title. Tell me if you agree. Yeah, I think, I don't think I'm breaking any new ground by saying that there looks like a potential, WrestleMania moment here that they've been building towards with Cody, with Roman. I do think that's what happens. But then again, we've been wrong before about it. I do believe Cody's destined to have that belt, though. And this continues. Maxine, okay. Ludwig what if Maxine turns on Otis and Chad, joins Imperium? I'm the only one getting Barbie versus He-Man. I don't know. He's got more of a Ken vibe. Thank you. Maxine always looking smoking. Yeah, no lie on that one, money. I do enjoy Gable. He's very underestimated wrestler. But this is just Chase U on the main roster. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of Chase U before Chase U was Chase U. And I think there's talent there on Gable for sure. And I think he's good with the mic. I think he's done well in multiple different renditions of himself, getting himself over. But this segment, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're currently watching, this segment is long. Like, let's get to the point. Stardust sucks. Okay. You tell him. She is either Lana 2.0 or an alien. My vote is alien. She's a stork. Oh, huge slap to Ludwig. Eats a thank you for his efforts. Maxine is hot, man. I appreciate the opinion. For how bad Max models were, they got people talking. Yeah, but not in a good way, Mark. I don't think anything was good about it. It wasn't done well. Yeah, it wasn't good. It just wasn't good. It should probably be forgotten. Ludwig Kaiser is okay. Gable's great. Cody Gold. Kaiser is dragging it. Yeah, got a little long in the tooth there by the end. We're back into a commercial. And I guess when we come out of the commercial, we're going to get some type of matchup. I believe it's going to be Giovanni versus Gable, but we'll see how that one plays out. And for the bunch of people that are tuning in right now, if you haven't said hello yet, make sure you get in the chat, say hi. We don't bite. We take all opinions. Just keep the gloves above the waist. That's all we ask. But other than that, we are back tomorrow for NXT Dynamite Fight for the Fallen on Wednesday. We get a Texas Chainsaw Massacre match in Nashville between Jeff Hardy and Jeff Jarrett, which already sounds like a massacre unto itself. So we are going to be here for that. Thursday, back with Luna Havoc. Friday, the doubleheader, SmackDown and Rampage. And then the weekend, we got more wrestling coming your way, including Collision. And I believe we're going to do the UFC this weekend, but we will talk about it and let you all know. Keep your little bell on. Make sure your notifications are hit so you don't miss anything. And speaking of not missing anything,
well, I was gonna say, make sure you keep your little bell on, like you're a fucking cat that might get lost here and everything.
Right.
But 100%, if once you started talking about the Texas Chainsaw Death Match, whatever the fuck they want to call it, there, TNA 2.0, I just wanted to pop up here and go, I'm Leatherface, like I know hands.
It's the funniest shit, but apparently it's like a cross promotion with the movie or the TV show or
video game. It's a video game.
Video game. My bad.
Our video game is bombing, so let's advertise another video game.
Yeah,
we don't have a fight forever match now, do
no.
we, fuckers?
Not even a little bit, man. Oh shit!
Notice how that shit hasn't been advertised since it launched.
Not much, man. And even they know, like, shh, just make this go.
Shh, don't draw attention to it. We don't speak about it.
This is Haas, Rico, and Jackie 2.0. Alpha Academy, I believe.
What if Lana is an alien? What if we're an alien?
That's true. Right? What if?
I don't know. Some people probably, with how fucking off we get on some topics, they're probably like, yeah, maybe I could believe it.
Right?
Gable, this is why this man just keeps quoting gimmicks.
He came from another planet, just regurgitated.
I'm just AI. I've downloaded your planet's 90s media in early 2000s, and I just regurgitate it back. That's the only way I can communicate.
If JD loses, then Zoe Starks joins Judgment Day. Richard, puff pass. Gable for the win. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it with LJ to Raw tonight. But I wish I could have seen Mommy Rhea Ripley. All right.
Right.
It would have been a nice show to get to, Spidey. Welcome back.
Right. Does LJ know you were looking forward to Mommy? That might be a different that may be a different conversation.
Spider-Man.
You can have that. I'm gonna do some bad things with that.
Right. Gable for the win. TK just added the Guns versus the Young Bucks for this week on Dynamite. Interesting. They're a tag team again.
Yeah, it's how fitting that they decided that they're going to have a tag team match at the biggest show in supposedly the company's history, reportedly.
All right.
And so now, hey, maybe we should at least have a tag match before we just go and have a tag match for the first time in like 4 months, 5 months,
right?
6, 7, 8 months.
So they beat the Hardys. Now they're going to beat the Guns. Interesting. They're doing a welcome back tour.
Yeah, they're going to beat all the brotherly tag teams.
Yeah. Are you guys related? Let's fight.
Right. Do you have a bit of momentum? Let's have a tag match.
That's even worse. Chaos Theory suplex for the 1, 2, 3 from Gable. Wow, going specific.
Well, I got Vinci right now just caught Gable out of midair and then side suplexes him or side slams him.
I have a feeling Gable's going to win this. This segment went, the last segment.
There's a lot of people, and especially with his first match with Gunther, that a lot of people got behind the idea of Gable versus Gunther.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it was fun.
Oh, back body drop by Vinci.
What do you think of the flirtation between like Ludwig going at Maxine trying to turn her?
Well, he's got that European charm, yeah, you know.
Right.
He threw on the blue steel, and he just managed to make it work.
Right. Damn it, my
models, and of course all the great models are from Europe.
Oh, big turnbuckle. Oh, down goes Gable. Damn it, my basement got flooded. Nick Wayne, Darby Allin versus Gates of Agony. That's a silly match. That's a silly fucking match.
AEW's a silly show.
I don't like that booking at all. Why would Nick Wayne not be booked on the fucking pay-per-view? You're prodigy, you're up and comer. Big deal, you signed him. Put him live at Wembley with Darby, not Sting.
Pre-show, that's what it would be at most. And do we need... We can't say he needs to have 17 pre-show matches and then be mad when he only has 2.
What's the
well, no, I'm saying, like, to me, a Nick Wayne match at Wembley is a pre-show match.
Not Nick Wayne Darby. Not Nick Wayne Darby versus Swerve and AR Fox. I think they would put that on the main show, especially with Darby and Sting being involved. Yeah,
Sting would be the only reason. Well, no. I actually, to counter,
you don't think Darby's over
that? Well, because there is a Swerve Sting match. It's Swerve and AR.
No, I know that. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, no, yeah. I just remember that, so I was agreeing with you there.
No, that's what I'm saying is that we're getting Nick Wayne Darby on Wednesday when I feel like we should have got Nick Wayne Darby together at the pay-per-view and not have Sting in that place.
Right.
I want to show off the young talent. You're the up and coming.
I'd still do a trios. You get Sting in there just for the pop at Wembley. You still get, yeah. Like I said, I literally mid-argument remembered. Oh wait, no, they did actually announce that match.
Yes, Gable for the win. Is Maxine Shoot last name have 0? Oh, Zermel. There you go. So behind the curtain, Mark's letting us know there's a chance. I don't know how to pronounce that. Can you pronounce Zermazul?
I'm not even going to try. Is Maxine? Yeah, there's not enough vowels in that name.
There's something missing.
Have 0 clue how to pronounce that, nor what national it could. Yeah, that one. There's one too few vowels in there, so that 100% could be an alien name. That's the planet she's from. She's like fucking Superman. She's Kal-El.
Right? Big moonsault from Vinci. He's still Fabian Eichner to me, but whatever.
It's so. Is it weird that I halfway go with the Giovanni Vinci just because of like the Gucci movie? That was all like Italian pride with Lady Gaga and everything. So I'm like,
I think so.
Well, yeah, we did kind of make some fly shit. So
wow, Gable, it's over. They're gonna kick him out. They're gonna kick him out.
You can't get rid of the bald guy.
I wonder if the stadium sells maple syrup. No, we call it beer. Our beer's strong and actually.
Or you mean water? If it's maple syrup, it'd be water.
I mean, you could probably get pancakes. So you need some syrup.
But no. I've been in Montreal. Actually, where it was to where I've been the most inebriated I've ever been as a human being.
Wait.
Oh, Gunther's back on top of the table.
Yeah, his song came back on.
This is the armpit of Canada.
Of humanity, not Canada. Woof.
Oh. I do kind of like this, though, with Gunther of you made your ugly mark all over this ring. I am the ring general of this. To me, the mat is sacred.
Yeah. So, wow, this is a lot.
Did you just challenge Otis?
Yes. So we're going to get Gunther versus Otis next, folks. We will take a prediction on that match. Let us know who you think, but gosh almighty.
Do you like that more of the matches for the WWE shows lately get announced on the show or that they were announced pre-show?
I like finding out as we go. I mean, if you have something marquee, advertise. But as far as letting things kind of happen, then you're not really pigeonholed to anything. You kind of got a free form of up next, Gunther and Otis. You're like, oh shit,
fair enough. It is a bit of it's a gamble on yourself, 100% of. Well, we can maybe throw out one or two things and know that they're going to tune in.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can build to that. Once granted, it's paid off in spades, obviously, with like the Attitude Era, I think, was notorious for shit like that.
Yeah, a lot of times, like it was not a whole lot of like you knew a week in advance of what you were getting, unless it was like something big of like next week we will bring you.
Yeah, you didn't know Stone Cold Steve Austin was going to sit there and take a cement truck to Vince McMahon's Camaro. Ahead of time, you sat there and you found out because you tuned in, and you mealy mouth son of a bitch. What? That's where we led to the main event segment that involved probably The Rock, probably Vince, probably Austin.
Absolutely. Put Jeff Jarrett and Chris Jericho in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. They probably are.
And are we filming it in stop motion?
Right?
That's the only way that that's going to come off as any sort of fucking credible.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I don't understand. Jeff Jarrett versus Jeff Hardy, and you know this is going to be hugely overbooked. You know Matt Hardy is going to be involved. You know half a private party that still exists is going to fucking be involved. You know all those extra pieces from the TNA 2009 are going to be involved.
I don't like this
Nashville
for two different reasons, and one of it I know, well, actually probably both, I've been very vocal about. Jeff Jarrett's an agent. He's supposed to be working backstage for AEW. Maybe try doing that for a change instead of being involved in any sort of prominent match and any sort of prominent feud. And if this is all you have left to draw tickets, then that's on you. Then you've fucked up as a company.
Yeah, and it can't be the case.
And with Jeff Hardy, I just at this point, with seeing how much now at this point publicly Jeff's gone through of where he's getting publicly arrested, he's admittedly getting pulled from shows, going to rehab, this and that, and that's not anything new, but at this point it's crossed the line of he's an artist, he's, you know, an edge pusher, to know now it's just kind of getting kind of sad to watch. I don't want to keep seeing Jeff Hardy take these huge bumps and being in these huge matches. That's why I got scared when he was showing up in GCW. Like the idea of Nick Gage versus Jeff Hardy in a match terrifies me on two different levels.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it doesn't seem like anybody has really pumped the brakes on that whole idea. It's just fly, Jeff, fly.
But yeah, I think that's what leads to his problems of he didn't have those type of matches in WWE. And the first time he kind of he looked a little sideways. They were like, all right, we're done. We're not dealing with this again. And now you have a company that's literally, he could not be a fucking figurehead for don't do this more. And you're like, yeah, let's still keep putting him in prominent matches. Let's still keep using him. He's still a name. He's still a draw.
Absolutely. After that, we'll get Ludwig versus Maxine up next. Ding, ding. 3 segments so far now with between Alpha Academy and Imperium. They've taken up a big chunk of this show.
This is Barbie versus Oppenheimer. This is Barbenheimer in a pro wrestling ring.
Barbenheimer pro wrestling.
100%. You're telling me that the Imperium is not Oppenheimer and that giant pink and blue with Otis and Maxine Dupuis is not Barbie?
Yeah, no, I was with you even before you explained it. Yeah, no, it's perfect. Kurt Angle was in Sharknado 2, Jericho 3, Seth 4. Great.
And Miz was in Marine 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right. Gunther wins. Ryback isn't smart enough to turn on a chainsaw, so that's a problem.
No, I'd be more concerned about self-harm, of just accidental self-harm. If Ryback tried to use a chainsaw, he might just
right.
Oh, I mean, this man can't hit a table. Fuck.
Gunther wins. This Raw's been pretty good. I agree. Not bad. I found this little part here could have giddied up a little bit, especially if you're going to do 2 matches, and the crowd's been pretty quiet through it.
Is this? I see what you're saying. Could this be your anticipated kind of lull? It's still I know it's a risky gamble on your first hour. You've still got Gunther, all of that, but could be your go to the merch stand. If still you get a pop because you've got Gunther, you've got Gable. You're not fully pulling away, but it could be a lot better.
I guess. I mean, I like the fact that like it feels like they're rebuilding, like deciding to go towards Gable and Gunther, maybe at Payback would be the guess. So if that's the case, I mean, they're building it. They gave him a good meaty amount of time here to do so tonight.
Well, what else are you going to build on Raw?
What do you mean?
Like I'm just saying, I think this. If you're going to go to Gable and Gunther, I think this deserves a good bit amount of time. I know, obviously, it's probably overstayed its welcome. But...
well, it's just like I said, we're going to end up being 3 full segments plus. So that's a beefy section of the show.
Well, we got Gunther and Otis, so it's going to be beefy.
There you go. Fun fact of the evening, both RVD and Lashley, the only 2 to hold WWE, ECW, and TNA world titles. Thank you, Rocco.
I feel like, well, no, didn't Christian Cage do that?
Maybe
World Heavyweight Championship, ECW Championship, TNA World Champion.
Maybe JV's counting like the legit ECW belt.
Well, then Bobby Lashley never held the.
That's valid. Okay, so yeah, Christian probably did it then.
Yeah, Christian's the outlier of this. Put some respect on Christian Cage's name.
Christian Cage. Maybe. Fatal 4-way for the AEW Women's World Title. Sheeta versus Storm versus Saraya versus DMD or the Bunny. Yes, and I don't love the idea, but Saraya's going to win this, guys. Tony can't help himself.
I just already, before we even get to there, I don't like the fact that Sheeta had to qualify as we've got a caterpillar.
That was sloppy as shit.
That was missile drop kick that became a V trigger. He's gonna pile drive. Power bomb. 1, 2, 3. So Gunther picks up the 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Chad in the ring, suplex.
Chasing off Gunther.
All right.
Is Gable going to be the one to break Gunther's streak, to break his record, to break his reign?
What day are we at right now?
Little angle.
September. I think he's going to hold the belt till September, so it's close.
Payback. We got to see where the reign falls in line with Payback.
I think Payback's slightly early, but I could be wrong. I'd have to double check. It's close because, it's early September.
Fair enough.
2-1, 2-1. Sorry.
Right. No, you're good. I was just reading them off.
Let my ass off. I wouldn't put it past Tony. I'm telling you, Boston. I'm telling you. Again, another spot that could be taken by a younger, more relevant talent being given to, somebody that maybe doesn't deserve it.
W. We've got a meeting of the minds here with Judgment Day right now. Rhea shout out. This is what everybody wants. They want to see us crumble. Because nobody's scared of us. Because look at us right now. We're infighting. We're arguing.
Can Rhea save the Judgment Day?
Has she not been the backseat leader this whole time?
I'd almost say front seat leader. It's been clear that she's going to run. JD back.
Yeah, but the fact that Finn keeps keeping JD separate of this tells me they're breaking off.
Some people who think that maybe JD's like, yo, you keep shoving me off. kick in the head.
But they don't like him either.
Yet. He did beat up Sami for them, but then he lost to Sami, so that
right
kind of went the window. So I don't know, man. But they all rah-rah'd.
Rah-rah, Siskumba.
Yeah. Someone Imperium is going to get a shop across the chest. A whole shop? What kind of shop? A coffee shop?
Chop.
Chop. Crop top?
Chop.
And up next, hail to the chief.
Oh, so I feel I take umbrage with this, as I know about you're about to take a pause for the cause here, but the fact that we're gonna have probably a whole segment from SmackDown play on Monday Night Raw, but we still are trying to hold out hope and hopium that the draft matters and the draft is relevant, as we're getting an advertisement for Edge's match on SmackDown.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think it's his last match. I think it's his.
I think they're genius to have people leak out that it's going to be his last match, whether it is or not.
I think we've talked about this for a while, though. I think this was normally and initially speculated. It came around this time. They were gonna be in Toronto, and he was gonna just quietly call it a day there because it lined up a bit too perfectly, and everybody forgot about it.
He did say on the record that he could see August and Toronto being the end. That was over a year ago now, though. Yeah, I mean, how apropos. Go out on home soil. Sheamus is a guy that you're close to. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm a little surprised. I don't believe the leaks, but it could be the case. It's just interesting that they wouldn't pay a nod to it.
But who's to say that they won't fully, that we won't, we masquerade it as a celebration? Because like I said, it slides too perfectly.
Interesting.
It's like Jerome Bettis going out winning the fucking Super Bowl here and everything. It's one of those, it just fits so perfectly.
He takes his boots off in Toronto. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry all over this fucking
No, that's fine. I don't even know if he'll do that moment, but I feel like there will be a moment to where you still, at the end of the day, it's pro wrestling. You never say never.
Yeah,
but
very true.
I think there could be a moment that's not as blatant, that's not as obvious, but it's a subtle nod. It's a tip of the cap of thanks for the memories.
Right. Now, folks, we are in a commercial break. I'm going to take a commercial break as well, and we'll keep going.
Right. As KJ takes a pause for the cause, I'm getting an ad for college football, which I'm excited for, by the way. But we're rolling through. We're just past the first hour of Monday Night Raw. Can you dig it, baby? I think Edge would like to face Cena one more time. Yeah, I think a lot of guys would like to face Cena one more time, but just the same amount of guys that would like to face Dwayne or Stone Cold one more time. You don't always get that. I think that's why almost initially, if things would have played out perfectly and we wouldn't have been in the situation we were of, Edge coming back in his feud with Randy would have really been the initial kind of Edge is wrapping it up. Maybe we got him, Bryan, and Roman because that was still a fantastic match. But I think an opportunity like this, it works too perfectly. And honestly, for a guy like that who had his initially had his career cut short, almost a decade ago, I feel like at this point, he's been back for a hot minute, but had his career almost cut short a while ago when he won the world championship. I think, why keep pushing it past? Like, what do we have left when it comes to what Edge can do, what we want to see Edge do? Could be all hype to gain ratings. Hey, and if it is, then good on him. I mean, because shit, it's at least believable, and you know that we're in the back nine here. So I mean, don't act like other people don't do the same thing. I'm looking at you, Tony Khan, with your 18 different alleged announcements. Christ, we had an announcement for an announcement. So I don't want to hear that argument. but we're in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada right now. I hope I got the province right. KJ will come back and tell me how I'm terribly wrong. No more cheering for Gigi Dolan. For me, I had our Ronnie was gonna marry her. Oh, so you were gonna have me being the pastor. I don't know if I would have signed on that. That's respectfully. I want to see Gunther versus Edge, have Gunther get that heel heat and just destroy babyface Edge, sending them packing. That's the thing is, does it not still feel like if you see Edge involved in something right now that he has to go out as the babyface? Where we're at in the situation. And let's be honest, it's same thing. We see RVD, we see certain people. I would worry you would almost get that even with Randy Orton a bit at this point of where they're at in their situation. So you almost want to more see them go out on top versus looking up at the lights, regardless of how much of a heel they are or not. Gunther for the win is, yeah. So I'm getting a replay right now, by the way, of the ending of this past week's SmackDown with, deuces. I'm out the Bloodline. I'm out SmackDown, and I'm out WWE. And the amount of people that literally bought into the idea that Jey Uso was going to show up in AEW, it kind of hurts me. It kind of hurts me personally of like, really, we're that far that we're going to just believe that a very obvious storyline and he's going to just jump ship and that, they literally helped, amp it up on their product. What? KJ, don't cry, dry that eye. What? Victor, you ready for a Texas Chainsaw match this Wednesday? No one is ready for Leatherface, but college football preseason top 25 came out today. Fair enough, Dale. Fair enough. I haven't looked at it yet. Not happy tonight. Gigi Dolan fault. What? Why are you mad right now for Monday Night Raw when Gigi's on NXT? Save that for Tuesday. And this is still the gift that keeps on giving, I feel, of we're setting up for the hug between the brothers. And Jay just super kicks Jimmy. And then I'm out the Bloodline. I'm out SmackDown. I'm out WWE. Deuces, oozes. Why are they having a Texas Chainsaw match when they're not going to be in Texas? Because of video games. Because we've got to advertise a video game that's clearly doing better than our own video game. Understand the video game coming out later in the week. Yeah, that's why. Now, if he retires, will he stay on our Legends Ambassador contract, or does she show up at All In at Wembley? There's not a snowball's chance he's showing up at All In. Let's be honest with that. I do find it interesting that they sat there and moved him to the alumni section to where I've got Drew McIntyre from earlier today. I think they're 100% working the angle, working the clickbaiting, the social media aspect of it, of that people are going to see. Oh, they moved to the alumni section of, we're going to just keep going here. Riddle interrupting Drew. I really want to see Drew McIntyre just claymore the fucking 420 out of Matt Riddle here. Just watch all of the CGI AR, pigeons and sea turtles and everything. It's all the different animals just fucking leave this man's body as Drew McIntyre just claymores the bejesus out of him. Now, if retires, will stay under a Legends and Ambassador contract, or I see where we're going with that. Edge is 100% more, I think, going to be an Ambassador Legends deal, 100%. I don't really foresee. I know everybody wants to go to, he's going to team with Christian at All In, and that's where we're going to go with here. That's what we're going to do with this. I don't see that at all. I think that's just not in the cards on this situation is I've got Matt Riddle coming out right now. So do we set up a tag team match with Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle versus so-and-so and so-and-so? We're going to one-on-one match. Yeah, we're going to tag team match. Play a holla, holla, holla. The Jeff Hardy versus Jeff Jarrett match should be a cinematic match. Cinematic in that it goes all like Tony Sopranos and it just ends and we don't know who wins and just nobody shows up again. I'm fine with that cinematic version. Match at the Hardy compound, that'd be better than a live Dynamite. Now, would it actually be better, or would it be as we've got raccoons, or if you're in Canada, rakins, popping out of Matt Riddle's flip-flops as we go into another commercial break here? But I don't need another Hardy compound match. I don't need that. I don't need, yes, I don't need Matt Hardy just trying to do the worn out delete gimmick and everything. I don't even want this match. But I'd at least hope if they're going to do it, it's at least in ring and not overly cinematic, because you've got to salvage something out of this. Johnny Football was better in college than football or the NFL. Yes, he was. Different reference. Curtis says he's 3-1. You spelt Nigel McGuinness all the sorts of type of ways wrong. You spelt Nigel Margins might wrestle at All In. Well, no, he might come back, and it'd be interesting if he's at least involved in a situation where he gets physical. I think that could be a huge pop. But it'd be very interesting. Riddle missing Orton. Drew and Matt creates team. Claymore, bro. Oh, and then Randy just shows up and is like, no, it's supposed to be RK, bro. I like when Matt Riddle went to the dark place. What? Pause. Your thoughts on this one? Maybe in a perfect world, WWE sends Jay to MLW. I don't even think that's a perfect world for most people, let alone for anyone involved. But anyways,
speaking of a perfect world.
Why?
Speaking of a perfect world,
I heard you.
The MLW does not like the WWE, JV. Just saying.
Well, he's saying, I was reading through it, for a while to dodge the lawsuit, and in exchange, they allow Jacob and Lance to show up on SmackDown with Jay.
That's wishful thinking.
That's like you're in your franchise mode and you've turned off, to where the computer can tell you, no, that's a stupid ass trade. We're not going to do that. And you can just tell them, nope, we're going to do this. There's no way they're doing that.
No, I don't see it happening. But I feel like they're setting up the Drew McIntyre heel turn. And that's what it kind of feels like, especially sending Riddle in there. Be very interesting how they play this. But it feels like they're setting up the Drew McIntyre heel turn.
Now, our side question, are you with me at this point? You just want to see Drew McIntyre kick all the CGI, the AR, pigeons, raccoons, partridges, all that shit.
I think
knock the flip-flops out of this man when he hits him with a claymore.
I think that'd be Clay shooting, not Claymore.
That 100%. Yeah, Matt Riddle is a clay pigeon instead of a claymore.
I'm mad we didn't get beavers. Pause. Jay would become the biggest star in AEW if he went there. Bigger than Punk, in my opinion. He's more in his prime than Punk. That would help. He'd be the big name. Yeah.
See, everybody says that, booking them the way that they figure they would book them.
Yes.
You're going to that company, they're going to book you the way they would book you. Everybody thought that would yes, we've got Indy fucking with a video package.
Indy's back and healthy, and they're giving her a vignette.
Well, they got to remind you. She's been out here in a boot. I literally fucking halfway forgot about her.
Noogle Bargains. Is that a Hobbit?
What are you doing in my swamp? I know, wrong movie, but still. Smeagol is food.
LA Knight, the tag team partner. That would be surprising, Chris.
Oh.
So Indy versus Rhea tonight.
Oh, she's about to get somebody gonna get hurt real bad.
And both of them have fairies behind them.
Oh, you said
I
that.
said it. I said it.
You said it. You said it.
This one's for you.
That one. No, we got that one.
Oh, we got that one. Sorry. I really want to see Matt Riddle go to a dark place. Pause.
Where he hears voices inside his head. They talk to him. They comfort him.
Hey, I mean, if you had Riddle get taken out by Drew, could it set up Drew heel against babyface Orton?
And Randy's just, or Riddle's just the cheerleader. Like, yeah, you get him, Randy.
Yeah, put him out. Put him on the shelf. McIntyre, take him out.
Speaking of who needs to be on the shelf, or if we're going to go CM Punk, who probably still stays on the shelf with their action figures, I feel, is the Viking Raiders right now.
Yeah, I think they'd be hanging out with Hangman, really.
Yeah. It's amazing how no one wants Cowboys and Vikings anymore.
I don't want to see the toys. I don't want to see the shields and the swords and the fake shit and the ups and the downs and just be you.
But there is no you to them anymore. The you has been taken out of the unique in them. They are now just a corporate machine.
That's what they call corporate machine.
That's at this point, honestly, I'm waiting for them to come out here and come out with suits and everything and look like they joined the ministry, because they've been the Viking Raiders, the Viking
corporate Vikings,
the Hot Topic Raiders. Yeah. At this point, it's just literally they have changed gimmicks more than well, like we were saying with Lacey Evans. People were thinking she got released, and these people have just been gimmick after gimmick after gimmick after gimmick, all related around the same thing, but just variations.
Yeah, and never really got any type of love. But here comes Drew
McIntyre
entering the swamp.
Right. Coming out from his aunt and uncle's wardrobe there, like Harry Potter there.
Nigel McGuinness versus Jack Perry. Interesting.
Why?
I don't know. He's done with ECW. He's moved on to Ring of Honor.
He's still got to fight Jerry Lynn.
I don't think he's going to fight Jerry Lynn.
He needs to. I need to see if RVD can have a match, and RVD and Jerry Lynn are the only two still going from ECW that can walk upright completely and correctly. Mm-hmm. They need to have a match.
Bring in Tommy. I don't think Jerry Lynn can. I think it wasn't a shoot. I don't think he can go.
You'd rather see Tommy Dreamer versus
I don't
Jeff
think
Perry.
Jerry Lynn can physically go. I legitimately don't think he can do it.
So then that begs the question, why start it this way?
They used Jerry Lynn to get to RVD, kind of.
You could have started it with RVD and started with somebody who can go.
Yeah, I could see your argument there, but at the end of the day, I think it's, Jerry Lynn defends ECW because Jerry Lynn's involved in the company.
Does Bully Ray come in and just take it off him? Because at this point, if you
can't be Bully.
If you put Jack Perry versus Bully Ray, I'm taking Bully Day all day and twice on Sunday.
That's the thing, and I mean, if you're trying to build Jack Perry as a heel, putting him in there against one of the biggest heels in the industry is a bad move.
But are they when he needs to cheat to win over RVD? A man who's 52 years old, he has to sit there and low blow him. He has to sit there and right, but no, you're supposed to build him up as this badass so he can still whoop his ass. Heel,
though. You want the fans to boo him, so a low blow would be perfect for it.
Yeah, but if he low blows him and then hits a finisher and a finisher versus he low blows him and then he posts him and then what was the other? It was some other cheeky thing or he grabbed the tights on the pin and everything like that.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. I mean, if you're building up a heel and you have a legend like RVD come in and you have this decent match where RVD looked pretty damn good, and then This little punk kid low blows him, rolls him up. It leaves the door open, A, for a return, and B, I mean, you're building a heel 100%.
See, I think it leaves the door open more for what you said in the first half there than the back half of there. Is we could get another match between RVD and Jack Perry. Then I think that did more building up Jack Perry as a heel. I think that showed more of RVD can still go than building Jack Perry as a more dominant heel.
I don't think he's not trying to be a dominant heel. That's the thing where he's not trying to be a dominant heel at all. He's trying to be a chicken shit heel. He doesn't want to fight the tough guys. He wants to avoid the tough guys. He's smarmy. He's arrogant. He's dodging. But that's why the low blow.
Did it in your eyes get Jack Perry more over with you?
Because as a heel, because the crowd really fucking reacted to the fact that he threw a low blow for a win. That's exactly what they were doing.
I think he didn't gain as much out of that as you do. I guess so.
Maybe not. I guess, but again,
like I said, I agree to disagree.
You kind of want your bad guys to cheat, and that's what he did. Him winning clean, Jack Perry's a good wrestler. Great. He beat a legend. That doesn't make sense.
Right, but if he did it and he just became almost a modified, like a legend killer, if he was doing it through ECW, much like Randy Orton.
Yeah, but that's not what they're building him as. It's the chicken shit.
But you could, though. That's the thing.
But I do not believe Jungle Boy is a badass. Like, you're gonna, oh shit.
But that's because of the way he's been booked.
No, because he's tiny and little and not very mature.
Yeah, but I feel like
it's like Dom Mysterio. It's like Dom Mysterio. I feel like
if he hit some devastating moves and he actually hit a finisher or anything and he used that and he went over clean over RVD, I think that's different than him taking the cheap shot out. He's still on a match with RVD. Yeah, he's still going to be the heel. Yeah, even if he still hits a low blow and then he hits a finisher out of it and everything. I think that's different. That builds him up more as an actual more credible heel than just, he's playing the chicken shit heel. I get he's playing the chicken shit heel.
Okay.
But you still got to at least believe at times that maybe the chicken shit could squeak one out.
Yeah, but he hasn't squeaked any out. So this was a perfect opportunity as you're building him. Like, it's not like he's been like this for months or years. Like, they're literally just at the ground level with this. So you want to see him cheat. You want to see him roll away. You want to see him take shortcuts. Use the belt. Use low blows.
But this is a guy who just went from competing for the world title.
Yeah, but we all know where that stands, and you can't.
Right, but that's the thing is, if you're going to put him here, then you've got to carry it the fuck over.
And they are.
If you do that, then that's diminishing what you built there.
But they never really had him as a badass going after the world title either.
I'm not saying you had to make him as a badass, but you still had to keep him as a credible threat.
But he is, like, I mean, at the end of the day, he won. So as a cheating, smarmy heel, he's a threat to any match. Yeah. Even if he's outsized or out-experienced, he's going to find a way. I mean, that's what the bad guys do. They cheat, and that builds it up.
If you wanted to go that way, then still, I think you could have done that in a better way. I get what you're saying with that. I think you could have done it to where there wasn't so much stuff that was like, I know it's a no DQ match, and that's your get out of jail free card because it's the FTW championship. But if they would have done it to where he was more sneakily about it, and he wasn't trying to be blatant and everything with it, I think that could have helped that situation a bit better.
The blatancy of his low blow is, I don't give a haha. I don't need to be like, I literally put it on the front burner of, look what a piece of shit I am. I think it worked.
Fair enough.
Corporate Raiders has a great ring to it. Ding, ding. Let's go.
Right. Shame the Vikings. Make them monks.
Give them they give them sticks then, and that's not good.
Right. John, what up? Hi. KJ White, Big Nick. Let the Raw cook, guys. But do you believe it, KJ?
I believe all the way.
Can't wait to see the Texas Death Match with my man Double J.
Oh,
Keyshawn, you must be smoking the Double J's to be anticipating that.
I'm pretty sure you're just messing with us. He just loves to get it. We'll go Double J. Nobody wants to see Double J. Stop it. Are you really Double J?
The Highlanders pick up the win here.
The Highland Bro. Technically, the Highlander
guy who created the after. No, Taz has very adamantly said that he's not wanting to be involved in any of this, that he's very happily retired.
Yeah, I don't even know if he could physically pull it off as well.
Oh no.
And he doesn't want to take a loss to Jack Perry. Fuck that.
Right. Well, there was somebody I could see here, or I'm missing their comment right now that said the fact that or probably more is questioning his tactics means that he did his job as being a heel. But
there you go. Curtis saying 118. Come on, folks, we can get higher than that. Let's go. Find some friends. Get some thumbs in this chat. Let's go.
What do I hand out for now? 5955666.
Right. What's up, fam? How you doing, Trevor?
Right.
Oh, Smile Mark said it. Nice. I like it. Good job, Mark.
There we go.
What do you think of Drew becoming the leader of the Viking Raiders? I think it's horrible. Neck breaker.
Not a snowball's chance in hell as Drew hits the kip up here. Our comments, our likes, our subscribers need to look like Drew counting down for the Claymore of that. 3, 2, 1.
There you go. Oh, 148 apparently. That's a quick jump. Let's go.
Oh, Jesus, someone had to hit the refresh button there.
Let's go.
I was gonna say because I'm at 151 on my end. Well, 150. So and even 150.
Oh, we got a kick out off a Michinoku driver.
Look at talking Michinoku. I still always think of that with Jerry the King Lawler.
This Wednesday we can finally be a double J with a chainsaw from Willow.
What?
I don't what. Mountain Drew. Nick's favorite.
Oh. Big punch to Ivar. High knee from Eric. Blind tag in a Riddle.
Vikings
blind tag in Ivar.
Oh. Blocked. Oh.
Pop up clothesline. That
Ivar slipped. Ivar slipped.
A little sloppy jalopy. 2 count. Yeah, he hit him in the rib cage instead of more of the chest there.
Riddle plus Drew equals Brew. That comment makes more sense now, Larry. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw Brew. Like he misspelled Drew for the win. Riddle, Drew, McIntyre for the win.
Hey, look, they're talking about us on the channel. The original Bro and the Scottish Warrior for the win.
McIntyre back in. The crowd is dead.
Yeah.
Very quiet.
Would you be excited here? Oh, no. Hurricane Run on the outside, Riddle onto Eric. Ivar eats a knee. Are we going to float over Bro onto the outside? Oh, and I bet you here comes commercial break spot number 2. Oh, as Eric jumps him from behind.
Oh, maybe.
Claymore!
Yeah. Down he goes. This match is worse than taking an Ambien.
The Trois and your winners.
Big win, Drew and Riddle.
RK Drew instead of RK Bro. RK Drew.
Go. And nobody gives a shit.
Sheamus and Donkey pick up the fucking win.
There you go. 2-2. Dark Place, Matt Riddle. There you go. You need something.
What is it with you in dark places there, Terrence?
I want him to be.
Turn a light on, motherfucker.
And they're trying to get the crowd worked up. I feel like, all right. I don't know. This is weird. Riddle and Drew McIntyre win. Yes, they did.
Claymore and Smokemore win as a fucking tag team.
Claymore and Smokemore. Dang, that is points. The Brew wins. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're leaving it for now. 3-1. Wow, bathroom break match is over. Vance, welcome back. And now we're getting a last week on Raw.
Last Monday. Dun dun.
The back was in trouble. Dun dun.
Raquel still couldn't Rodriguez enough. She couldn't backflex enough. We're getting the replay of her taking it to mommy. It feels so dystopian to be sitting there talking about a female pro wrestler calling her fucking mommy, by the way. Like, thank you, Skynet. I would like another Rhea Ripley match.
Right. So I'm guessing up next we're getting Rhea.
Rhea versus Indy, to where Rhea's gonna stomp a gothic mud hole in Indy's ass and walk it dry. Pause.
It's kind of funny because they had Candice, like they showed the clip of Candice involved last week. Why not Candice get this match? Indy.
Why does Candice is she starting to look like the human life form of, you remember with the Flintstones, to where Fred would start imagining this green Martian beside him and everything like that? I feel like Candice starting to look like this purple fucking fairy just beside Indy the whole time, of like, well, my friend is told me I could do this, and she's gonna like turn and Candice was never there all along.
This is my brutality.
The Eradicator. When's the last time you heard somebody say that? Yeah. Well, when's the last time Michael Cole was on Monday Night Raw?
There you go. The Eradicator. I love it. It is crazy.
Yeah. Looking like the oh no to Yoko's for the Beatles there.
Right. I recently found out that Canada Dry is made in Canada. Ding.
What gave it away?
It's true.
Was it the Canada in it, or was it that, I guess, Canada's dry, or they have a dry sense of humor? I source you Letterkenny and Trailer Park Boys.
It was the only comeback is we're a very wet country. Pause.
You said it, not me.
I didn't know what else to say.
It's how you back your opponent into a corner.
Pause. Drew McIntyre's Matt Riddle versus Viking Raiders was good. I don't know about good. It was all right. It sufficed.
It got the result you thought it was going to
get. That's it. Gazoo. Thank you. Sorry, Nick.
No, you're good. The great Gazoo.
1-0 was late to the stream. Well, we're glad you're here now, John, as we head to another commercial break. The great Gazoo. There you go. The great Gazoo.
Yeah,
dum dum.
The great Gazoo. Dum dum. Yeah, dummy. Yeah. See, what comes around is all around, Ricky. I can tie it all back into wrestling.
Right. I love Rhea. Everything about her. Everything about her.
We're gonna need to sell Wrestling for Life like drool like cloths in your bib trays and everything, because everybody out here thirsty as a motherfucker.
Right. Selling Wrestling for Life water just to keep people
water bottles. Yeah, the thermos. So you can stay hydrated.
Some high quality H2O.
But mama said, my mommy said.
Mike
Dexter just ornery because he got all them title challenges and no wins.
Mike Dexter freak out Dom. Very interesting. Very.
He just starts yelling, "Tommy, what are you doing in my laboratory?"
Well, Mr. Dexter's been off filming a show, so I don't know if he's wrapped and back.
Is that legit? I haven't heard that.
Yeah, he was on
Dexter's Laboratory. Dexter with what's his name there?
Yeah, no, I think it was
Hannibal Lecter, Criminal Minds, Law and Order.
No, I think it was a fireman show.
Was he playing a serial arsonist or something?
Right?
He's not playing your average Joe. Of you walk up and just the dude does not talk. Like,
right.
He's a mute.
Shit. Rhea for the win. Rhea for the win. Ripley for the win. Rhea for the win. Richard says, I expected Drew to turn on Riddle tonight, but maybe not tonight. But I think the turn will be a slow burn. Don't be too slow with this. Maybe they go for the tag titles and lose, causing Drew to turn. I hear voices in my head.
That come from me. I think this is more setting up towards them both wanting to challenge for the IC belt, because notice how Riddle was challenging for the IC belt before Drew was. When Drew came back, I think that's more the dissension. I'm just more cautious and hesitant because we know right now both men's tag team championship holders are on the sidelines for the most part. So I don't know if we're going to push a storyline with them involved for a minute.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, my only fear is if you drag with Drew, you might lose people's interest, seemingly.
With the bro though,
Yeah,
he couldn't get an angle with the bro.
it might be okay. I will see. They were pretty quiet tonight. Dexter is in Tacoma FD. That's what it is. Tacoma. I've never seen it, so.
Is that like Paradise PD or Reno 911? Is Dexter showing up in like booty shorts and rollerblades?
Right. Dun, dun, dun. There you
go. As KJ is taking a pause for the cause, I am in a commercial break right now. As Jason, really, which episode? Fair enough. Fun fact. Let's see. There's an unintentional Easter egg with me, I guess, that I found out about when it comes to Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Let's see who can figure that one out. It's a satire comedy TV show, Tacoma FD. So it's a bit like Brogan Lizard with, Super Troopers. So good representation of Vermont and New England and all of that. I'm back from commercials. I've got Drew and Riddle celebrating or talking it out at least backstage here. Jason, I record that. What? I hear there you go. Bobby's quoting Rainey's lyrics. We got the New Day. Yes, it is. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really kind of thrown off with Xavier's new haircut or her new hairdo. I mean, I respect it, but very much a differentiator from what he's normally had. He's out here with the braids. He's looking like smaller, longer hair, jacked up Kofi, but or a little, but a little thrown off here. But we've got the New Day confronting Matt Riddle and Drew McIntyre. So New Day's challenge them to a match next week. So next week on Raw, we're going to get the New Day versus Matt Riddle and Drew McIntyre. So I guess we've got to figure out the new tag team name for Drew and Riddle. I still think it's Shrek and Donkey. But yeah, Riddle's accepting for the two of them, but this seems to be like the Claymore and Bro instead of RK and Bro, or RK Bro is kind of what this seems to be like here. By Broken Lizard. Oh, so is Tacoma FD by Broken Lizard? Did I just, crack the code there? What?
LeBoo! It's what they say in Montreal when they score a goal. My dad used to walk around saying it all the time. I hate it.
Okie dokie. I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that. It's so like, what do? Do I put my hands up? Do I put them down? Do I clap? Do I not clap? Like, I'm Ricky Bobby out here. I don't know what to do with my hands.
It is your birthday, Kofi Kingston. I'm not sure what was up with the white chairs. I have no idea what they were all about. I missed that part.
And so, am I not alone in that? Seeing Xavier out there with the braids and everything was like, that's new. Like,
even Bad News Barrett pointed it out right after you did. He was like, "Oh, new haircut for Xavier."
Yeah, like that's a little different here. But Rhea right now just taking it into Indy, lad.
And the Street Profits think they're Cedric and Shelton. I like that comment. Dun, dun.
I do like Barrett's comment right there, though, of saying Rhea is a once-in-a-generation talent.
She really is, man. It's hard to argue. I mean, number 2 behind MJF on that top 25 list of 20 people under 30 or whatever. And she deserves it. She's outstanding.
Well, we've done the half years. We've done now. We're coming up on the second annual For Lifeies here, the Golden KJs and everything. And she's very much in. If we really wanted to look at it a certain way, she would be in contention for top pro wrestler of the year. If we're not splitting it between men and women, she would be in contention for top pro wrestler.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you can't spend the whole show in the bathroom, Mega.
Why? I mean,
right?
Well, maybe he's just, that's where his little, smoke room is.
Right?
He's got to find the vitamins.
Right. AB saying, welcome back, Indy. Here's Rhea
Ripley. Spinebuster. One.
The Clay Bros.
Well, I asked that because I guess so officially announced for next week, we've got the New Day versus Riddle and Drew. So we need to actually figure out a tag team name for them. Clay Bros is up there. Claymore Bro I think was up there. I think I pitched that. I think I'm still kind of hard fast on, Shrek and Donkey. I feel like that fits perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, with someone else, or did I just make up? It was the Claymore Bros was one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like Clay Bros. Not bad.
There we go. As Rhea with the suck it taunt to fucking Candice.
Does this mean he gets his accent back? Only if he wishes for it.
Right. SOS. I hear them shouting.
Wow.
He even does the kiss my ass, the little ass smack.
Wake me up when Ron ends tonight. Well, you let me know when Ron finishes, bud.
When September ends.
Pause.
Wow.
Glass Bros. Not bad. See, money.
That's not a bad one.
Is the worst faction name. We were trying to be nice. You ruined it.
That's fine. Well, don't worry. It's over. Because we've got the Riptide Easy 1, 2, 3.
You guys didn't see the Alabama brawl where the guys. Oh, yeah. The boat brawl shit that keeps getting repurposed.
Oh,
yes.
This is when we announce that we try and not stay from quite the diversifying topics as much as we can. Yes, I very much did see it. I know very much in certain areas at Targets, you have to be, of age now to buy a steel chair because by God. But I mean, this tells you pro wrestling has a fucking influence on you, whether you know it or not. Because you know how to land a fucking chair shot.
Shit, he was swinging. But yeah, Indy kind of got Candice kind of get the best of Rhea here as they head out. But Rhea with the squash, but it seems like we're still dealing with these two in absence of Raquel.
Fair enough.
What's up, Kenny?
Kenny, what up?
Been a fun Raw. Really happy Piper's back. Everyone else, let me know how you feel. We got a bunch of people in the chat. How do you feel about the return of Piper Niven? Thumbs up, thumbs down, fire, happy face. What do you got?
Yeah, I forgot even actually at this point because it's been that good enough throughout it that, that's our answer to the women's tag division is Piper effing Niven.
Who knew?
Right.
That's why the New Day had the white chairs. Yes, Keyshawn. Beautiful. Took us a second to get there.
Subtext.
I didn't instantly connect the Raw to the Alabama Pope.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is when you're on the vitamins and you're hosting a live stream, you tend to just more kind of keep it on the up and up.
Right. Trevor says Rhea's headbutt looks like it connects sometimes. She throws a mean headbutt.
Yep, I could make a lot of jokes there, and I'm not going to. But I've got Nakamura coming out in the Darth Vaderist of suits. But this is, I think, what I was initially going to talk about when it comes to WWE. WWE lately does a really good job of giving validated heels, of Nakamura makes sense as a heel because he's like, he's like, I don't hate people. I'm just sick of y'all fuckers getting involved in my matches and shit and just wanting to be involved in my business. So if that makes me the bad guy here for a minute, I'm the bad guy.
Yep.
So I like that aspect that they're going with that.
Here comes Michael Cole to talk to him. We're going back to commercial. Holy shit. Come on now. But yes, Nakamura in a suit, looking different, looking ready to go. And yeah, like you said, they validated the heel very much so with this one, Nick. As far as, it made complete sense. I get in these matches, I get these opportunities, and then I'm consistently getting jumped or having my matches thrown out or getting distracted. I'm sick of everybody. I'm just going to kick the champion in the face. Let's go. So for those who don't think that's enough an explanation, suck it up.
Well, even then, for those that aren't like, oh, well, it's not a big enough explanation. Okay, so you don't want Nakamura trying to go for the world title. You want Nakamura to just stay as like a mid-card kind of lost in the mist, out in the abyss type of guy. You don't want to see him go after the world title. So you can't have it both ways, motherfucker.
All right. Piper's return felt underwhelming. Interesting. She instantly became a tag champ.
I think it's still a nice moment. It's not going to be it's not going to be an earth-shattering moment of, she's not coming out there and, costing Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Piper Niven. But
yeah, it's not the return of Sasha Banks, you know what I mean? Like as far as value goes. So
I honestly think at this point, if Sasha returned, they might do it the same way.
No, the place would explode when they.
No, right? Cool, they explode. Cool. Well, I'm still gonna just be a little bit of a petty, fickle bitch, and you're just gonna get all of 5 seconds on my screen.
Yeah, I don't. If they manage to get her back in the fold, they will go back to highlighting her. That would be part of the negotiation, I imagine.
I think that's part of what led to the situation we're in.
Highlighting her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When will Jericho's Asshole Society disband? I thought it was disbanded. I'm sick of it. Go away. I think they're done. Everybody walked out. If this continues, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say they disbanded, but they're still just keeping their little mini factions within each other.
Yeah, it's weird. If this comes full circle and somehow was like, you thought we were gonna break up, we're never breaking up. I'll be pissed.
No. Don't you put that evil on me.
Oh my God.
Don't you do that. That's no. That's what that is. That's a no.
Yeah, no. Kill this. But I've said for a long time, much to your chagrin, that Jericho was going to try and parlay himself into a babyface. So we'll see.
Can we say this, and this might be a side note or a side video or anything like that, but we are still in a commercial break, has the other members of the JAS benefited from being involved with that?
Nobody does.
You really don't think so?
I don't think so, really.
I think some have.
I think Sami took a step back. I think the 2.0 and Danny were doing better without Jericho. They were involved in fucking everything.
Danny's character took a hard left and everything. I think he might have been helped because he's been on TV more, but I do see what you're saying of he went a hard left of what he was going to be. Sammy's so-so. I think he could have benefited from it. I think Anna Jay, Coke, and Diet Coke 100% benefited from this. 100%.
Coke and Diet Coke?
And Anna Jay. That whole little mini trio, 100%.
Anna Jay is about the same. I don't feel like there's any fluctuation, and I think Coke and Diet Coke, like I said, when they first got to AEW and they were on like everything and they were fucking with everybody with Danny, I think that was them at their best. I think they took a little bit of a either flat or down.
Well, is it because of them being involved in JAS or just JAS taking a dive?
I think, like, again, it's all about Jericho. So they lost a bit of them being a pain in the ass. Remember, they just jumped Moxley for no reason, and then they're fucking with Eddie Kingston. I'm like, holy shit, they're using these guys a ton. And then you get to Jericho's shadow, and it's all about Jericho.
As we've got Damian Priest bigging up Finn Balor backstage as we are getting Cody Rhodes versus Finn Balor later tonight. And we've got right now Michael Cole in the ring with Shinsuke Nakamura. And I'm still waiting for the sorry, no speak English. I'm very sorry for what I did to AJ Styles. That was the best Nakamura that we've had in WWE.
I think that's kind of what they're trying to do here a little bit.
Well, he's now halfway cutting his promo in Japanese.
You know, that's only going to bug the fans, which I like.
Well, that's part of why they went back to the whole Japanese-only theme and everything is literally because people were singing along with it. So fine, fuck you. You can't sing along with it because you don't know Japanese. Is Michael Cole translating Japanese right now to English? Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, I know he's supposed to be a fucking war commentator and everything, and Michael Cole's, I guess, this generation's Jim Ross, a little bit of just more of he's the voice of WWE, but it's this man out here translating perfectly Japanese to English.
I guess so. He doesn't seem to be he's just staring at him blankly.
Oh, well, no, because Shinsuke cut a whole promo in Japanese, and then Michael was like, "Well, did you mean to do it?"
Yeah, like I just like
tell us what the fuck he said, asshole.
Is that all he said? It seemed like he said more.
Right? What? I don't know the answer. So how am I supposed to get behind the question?
Coke and Diet Coke, only a 2-pack. There you go. KJ and Nick, Shin versus Seth is a great decision. It occupies Seth and keeps him away from Priest and the JD. Having the JD split and Seth and Shin run parallel is right way to move forward. AB, not a bad.
It's a hell of a goddamn match either way you shake it. This could be babyface versus babyface, and it's a hell of a goddamn match. This man is literally wearing. I know I grew up in Italian households. If this is where you've got your nice doilies and your fancy, your hoity-toity shits, you've got your good tablecloths and everything. Seth Rollins is out here literally, like I said, does mother know thou weareth her drapes? He's wearing a fucking, a fantastic fucking drapery as his outfit here.
It looks like a doily.
I said that in words.
I wish Indy and Rhea went longer, but yeah, no, she had to squash her, and Rhea continues to be a beast.
Right.
Monday Night Rollins.
Seth Rollins is out here looking like the fucking Colonel from fucking KFC.
He's like the modern Colonel.
If he was wearing fucking drapes.
This is what Gen Z is going to to the Colonel.
Right. This is the new generation Colonel out here.
You can't be a chubby guy. We got to make
hoity-toity fucking shit around the neck. He's got the glasses, which fun fact, if you look at the KFC mascot with the bow tie and everything, it just looks like a giant head on top of a little stick figure body.
Yeah. This is Gen Z Colonel here. Anyone find it weird that we haven't gotten Miz or LA Knight tonight? Weird, no. Unexpected, maybe a little. Save it for SmackDown, maybe.
Sometimes you just need to build anticipation for some shit, motherfucker. You can't get everything every night.
People chomping at that LA Knight bit, though. That's the problem.
So we're in the back hour here, and we're going to get Becky versus Trish. We're going to get Finn versus Cody. We might get DIY reuniting all in the last hour. And KJ might have to take a Nachu here. He's hiding out the 11 herbs and spices that Seth Rollins is out here with his fucking modern day
apparently allergic to all
Sanders outfit. That's what it is. If you play the chant, if you play the battle hymn of Seth Rollins backwards, you get the 11 herbs and spices to the KFC chicken recipe.
Seth beats Nakamura. Yeah, I think right now that's kind of where I would lean.
I would figure as such. It'd still be a hell of a match.
Yes.
I would argue, and because part of even what I got so sold on WrestleMania 34 was when we got AJ versus Nakamura, and I was like, it's going to be like Wrestle Kingdom.
Right.
I think Nakamura right now versus Seth Rollins, this match would be better than Nakamura versus AJ at WrestleMania 34.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree with that. Absolutely. Anna Jay should be with Jack Perry. I also agree with that, Keyshawn. That is your move with Anna Jay. Get her away from Jericho. Let Tay Conti go have her kid, and put Danny back with 2.0. And then if he wants to hip thrust away, let him all.
The way you break away from this is Jake Hager just floats off into the abyss. He goes all fucking Chewbacca, and he just waiting for his next Han Solo. Garcia he fucks around with Ring of Honor or whatever. Sami is the one, I think, interesting angle that you could still work with Jericho. If Sami goes and takes his maternity leave, he pauses for the causes, all of that. You can nest on that and come back to it.
Yeah.
Anna Jay with Jungle Boy, Jungle Jackass, Jack Perry, I think works because aren't they a thing in real life anyways too? So
yes. And he referenced it, so use it.
Right.
Bigger reaction for a return, Naomi or Sasha.
Side note, sorry, I'm digging as Seth's shouting out of like Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the world. Like Shinsuke's even just facially, he's like getting more excited. Like, yeah,
Bigger reaction. I like it. Let's just have the match. But I still think Sasha's the biggest star. Naomi's been in the shadow, guys. Sorry, Naomi. Heartbreaking.
Depends on the situation. I almost wonder if Sasha could she come back and maybe get a little bit of a negative reaction. Have we reached maybe that point?
I just wonder.
Is she the CM Punk of WWE?
I don't know. There's so many people out there that are just die-hard Sasha.
We're shaking on it.
Let's go. Payback.
Nakamura versus Seth Rollins at Payback for the World Heavyweight Championship.
What did he say? Nakamura pulled Seth in and whispered in his ear, and Seth looks perplexed.
Don't order the number 7, but that's what I get at every menu. Oh, Kinshasa!
He pulled him in and said, "I dress better than you."
Right. You look like a drapery. You look like a doily. Doily.
Okay. So Kinshasa leaving Seth laid out. Now, Nakamura said something to Seth that left him a little perplexed.
Is anyone else going to draw this reference? Or at least I feel like I might be the first one to go here. Notice how Seth is wearing all white, and he's wearing the doily, all the drapery, the ceremonies, the very symbolically of I'm the clear-cut babyface. And Nakamura is wearing nothing but black, nothing but dark. There's a man going around kicking names.
Yeah. No, I mean,
and he decides who to knee and who to kick.
I don't know if they got a new person in their writing department that just really ran with this idea, but we see it a lot with the white versus black, like as far as
HBK, him versus Undertaker.
There you go. People asked for LA Knight and The Miz, and now we're getting it. At least a replay of it.
Yeah, I was going to say you got it, but in a replay.
This is a terrible show. I don't know if it's a terrible show. I feel like the last little bit is dragged for sure.
I wouldn't say it's terrible. It's been a little long in the tooth at most. We've got Miz backstage with Saxton. Is it interesting that now after seeing Brock Lesnar on stage on the country concert of anytime I see, someone back like they're doing any sort of kind of country looking thing in the pictures behind on WWE, I'm like waiting for it to be just Brock like up there with a microphone.
I think it's awesome. It's crazy.
That's terrifying. Imagine if you're in the Jeff Jarrett situation, the only thing you got to defend yourself is a guitar, and as we've seen with Jeff Jarrett, it never draws a dime. So it's the most ineffective weapon.
Right. Miz is in the back with Byron Saxton, folks, and he's letting everyone know that he bears, essentially the same shit he always says, but he's not having any LA. So that's an ongoing thing. Bring on Payback.
Now,
I
is
might
this
show up on
LA
SmackDown.
Knight's a Raw superstar, or is he still on SmackDown?
He's still on SmackDown. That's what Miz said. Maybe I'll show up on SmackDown. So I don't expect a live LA Knight tonight.
So again, welcome to WWE, where the rules are made up and the draft doesn't matter anyways.
Not even
time to rock and roll.
Oh, rock and roll. Trish Stratus in the house.
I know I sound
Canada.
like Matt Riddle, but I feel like I might need to be here for a minute, bro.
Banana says yeah.
I think there's a lot of things right now on Trish that say
yeah. Nakamura attacked Seth. He is jealous over the fans singing along with Seth. He hijacked his shit. That's why he's mad.
Right.
Up next. So we're getting another commercial.
Still, Trish out here already and looking like your Canadian warrior. She looks like, if American Gladiator ran in Canada, she's your, Blaze or something like that. That's going to be your final fucking one to knock people off.
Right. Trish for the win. Becky for the win. Get those predictions in, folks. Who you taking? Who you got here tonight? Hot Trish in the house. Not just Trish, hot Trish.
Coming down with the vapors.
Oh, Canada. That's all I can say.
She's boiling some maple syrup. She's boiling some sap. I'll say that.
Who in the hell in a cell? What was that the answer to?
What?
I don't know. I'm gladly take one of those Wrestling for Life water bottles now. Trevor, amen.
Well, you got it still. We got t-shirts. We got everything on the merch store to help you, dry the drool off, all of that.
Nice.
Stay hydrated, my friend.
Trish for the win. Popcorn break time. Yeah, good choice. Hurry up, Matt. Trish wins with the help of Nia, maybe Mickey. Wait, let's like Nia, maybe
people at this point. What about Lita? What about Victoria?
Right.
What about the fabulous Moolah?
Right. She's either gonna be helped by Nikki Bella or Stacy Keibler. Trish. If you're asking a comparison,
Michelle McCool might still be there.
Trish or Stacy, a comparable in ring, out ring, what? Context.
Yeah, context.
The answer is Trish. Whatever.
Overall, if we're going to overall blue chip, it's Trish. I don't know about you. I think Canadian bias.
Every category, it's Trish except length of legs.
Height is the only category she loses out on.
Yes.
Just she literally can't control that physically.
Really have Vince get pissed announced next week, Monday Night Raw, commercial free for 3 hours, and hell would affectionately freeze over.
And see, Rocco, that's why you decided to become a Canadian, because you're anticipating hell freezing over. Because like KJ said, that's the only way that's happening.
Hell freeze over. We got hockey pucks and skates. Let's go.
I'm fucked. I can't skate.
Yeah,
I was a kid with the milk carton, the fucking chair. Still, no.
Right out there looking like the Jamaican bobsled team.
Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Come on, y'all! It's pause now time.
There you go. They should end the feud between Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch inside a Hell in the Cell. That is, let me ask the crowd. We got a good number of people hanging around tonight. Are you invested enough that they could continue this to a Hell in the Cell? Would that be enough? Like, would you stick around and continue to kind of be engaged with Trish versus Becky if it extends past tonight? That's a good question. I'm ready for Trish and Becky to be done with. See, there you go. I'm with you, buddy. What about ice cream bars? Damn it. No luck. No luck, Larry. Let Archer be Jack Archer's. Jack Perry's muscle. I like Big Bill. Archer, okay, would work, but very interesting. I mean, he had muscle, and it's so funny how it all worked out. But yeah, I mean, I think him with some type of bodyguard would work very well. Bathroom break match. It's the main event, or almost the main event. Oh, no, it's not. We got more time. Shit. What else is happening on this show? Trish versus James Ellsworth. Nah, he shouldn't get to touch her. This match ends no contesta. I got that vibe, don't you? Zappy, welcome to the channel, by the way. Remember, folks, we're trying to get to 200 likes on stream tonight, and we're trying to continue our climb to 3K subscribers. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you join us. Hey, become a member. We cover more live wrestling than anybody else, and we're even going to cover some UFC coming up very soon. So we got lots going on. We've already covered the UFC before. We're going to revisit that, and we got more original content, more coming your way, more interviews with up-and-coming superstars, and we're here all week long. Better looking. Oh, better looking? Trish. Next week, Miz and Bronson Reed, I think. That would be interesting, Ronnie. I don't much care for that. Very interesting. And here comes Becky. If they go to commercial before Ding Ding, I'm going to be pissed. Okay, but Mickie James makes more sense than Mickie screwed Becky when she came back the first time around with Alexa Bliss, assuming all this signed with WWE. I like the idea of Mickie because I think it's more of a surprise. We've seen Lita already involved in this particular story. We've seen Lita sniffing around. We've seen her come and go. She's been a presence. Mickie, to me, would be a bigger surprise, especially if you don't follow all the wrestling like we do. If you don't know where she is, what she's up to, if you don't know that she kind of retired from Impact. So it would be a big surprise to a lot of people, I think. And that's why I like the idea of Mickie. And all this is a nice tie-in. Can-Am connection. Brock and Sable. There you go. Becky for the win. Interesting. They don't need the sell. TJ Hook doesn't want to sell. I don't think they need a sell. I kind of just want Becky to win and get this over with. Hell no, says Mike. No, tonight is good. Everyone's kind of like, enough. Pump the brakes. Like Cody said, anything is possible and anything can happen. It's true. And wrestling has proved that time and time again. Just when everyone thinks we're going one way, yanks you another. So don't count your chickens until they're gobbledygooking. And that is the best advice I can give you on this one. I don't care for Trish and Becky in a Hell in a Cell match. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Cake City time. Well, at least on one front. Hell no to the cell. See, a lot of people say no. I don't want it either. It'd just be slow and convoluted, to be 100% honest with you. But the ladies are off in wrestling. If you haven't made a prediction yet, make sure you do, folks. Let me know, who are you taking? I know who I'm taking. It's got to be Becky. I'm sorry, Trish. I know you're in Canada, and I love you, but it's got to be Becky. Becky needs to get away from this and continue on to something else. AEW should make Jack Perry their version of Dolph Ziggler. Too young, too soon, and not as talented. I don't think a Hell in a Cell match for them would. Everybody unanimous on this. Neither are the athletic or strong to utilize the cage. Yeah, it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good. But I don't know. I can't see it. KJ Archer is more limber than Big Bill, though. Okay. If you want a more bigger, limber bodyguard, Lance is your guy. I got you. But I got no problem with Lance Archer. I love Lance Archer. When he came off injury, he was on Busted Open saying, like, I want to get back in there. I want to make things happen. I want things to be, good for me. I want to climb, and it hasn't happened. And I think he's a collection of guys that are just underutilized right now in AEW. Yeah, we're getting tons of Jeff Jarrett. Son of a bitch. Finn versus Cody. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Finn and Cody. Thank you. Completely. Thank you. Who does Becky feud with next? Whew, interesting question. Feel like Zoe's out of the way. That's a really interesting question, Kyle. Where could they take her? Would she go towards Rhea Ripley. I don't think right now, especially with Rhea kind of being involved in some other things. But Becky versus Rhea heading into Survivor Series, maybe? Maybe. WWE is my birth city. Congratulations. Does that make it a moving city? Keep the feud going until WrestleMania. Zappy, I think that's not a great idea, Zappy. Unless they take a break from now until February of 2024. Do not support that idea at all. Long live the GOAT. If this is Trish's last major angle, then yes, it would end at Hell in a Cell. It'd make Becky a bigger legend. No, not if the match sucks. And the face mask comes off, back on. Yeah, not if the match sucks, though. You don't want your lasting impression to be in a shitty Hell in a Cell. Unless they can pull it off. Prove me wrong. Gail's got Becky. Trish botches the move. Is that there we go. Take two. Got it right this time on the head scissors. Cody versus Vin. Get your lemonade and your John Daly's. John Daly's. Give me an Arnold Palmer. Come on now. Becky versus Cora Jade. Nice. No. I said nice. I was wrong. I see you're laughing. Not funny. Becky versus Ripley. Yeah, sooner than later, maybe. Especially getting after this long program. Becky Lynch for the win. No thanks. I'm about done with this feud. I agree. The guys are adamant about it. Becky wins. Becky versus Trish first blood match. I don't see. Oh, pause. I don't know how Trish not lose her balance and fall forward. Anyway, pause on that one. Becky for the win. Thank you, Kyle. KJ, what about a Hell in a Cell? And Seth beats Nakamura and Bray shows up at the end. Very interesting. Lots of rumors. Lots of speculation about Bray Wyatt. What's he going to do? Where's he going to go? Who's he going to be involved with? If he does come back, Seth would be a nice target. But Seth and Nakamura, I don't love the idea of them going right into a Hell in a Cell right yet. I mean, if it's something that's going to carry beyond Payback, maybe then you've, kind of earned some equity there, some reason to elevate the rivalry. But I don't love just throwing stipulations at rivalries. It just happened. Nakamura just kind of turned for all purposes. So to have it instantly become that Hell in a Cell, where do you go from there? What's next? So, but Bray showing up without that cell being involved could work. If Seth and Shinsuke go for a long time, which I don't see it doing that, then maybe there's a different opportunity there for a Hell in a Cell. Becky Lynch for the win. No cell, last woman standing. I'm okay with that. I would take that instead of a cell for sure. Now, KJ, your thoughts on Punk drama with Baby Ziggler. I don't know what to say, JV. Interesting. And again, I don't think that Punk is shying away from being galvanizing. I don't think if somebody wants to be upset at Punk because Punk doesn't want them there or has asked them to leave, I don't know. I'm really curious. I get really skeptical when you got people like Meltzer coming out and saying shit. But clearly, Namath has a problem. But again, I don't trust any of it. And I don't think Punk does either. And I think that part of this whole process where, Punk's stubborn enough and he wants his way enough that if someone's there, even like a Christopher Daniels, they're not going to really dive into it. He's not going to really allow it. He's not going to be okay with it. He's not going to play nice. It's not his style. It seems like Collision has developed a nice little family of people that really, really want to show the Dynamite crew how to do things. And I don't think he wants anyone to fuck that up. And if people are going to be mad at him that he sent people home and only know half the story, I think he's okay with it. I think he's just going to keep showing up. Some people are going to boo him. Some people are going to cheer him. And he doesn't seem to give a shit. And good on him. He shouldn't have to. Trish goes super, what are you saying there? And shoots a Hadouken. Oh, I think that's supposed to say something else. Ryu? I don't know. And shoots a Hadouken through Becky's abdomen. Ref stoppage. All right, we're going all out here. Bra and panties match, just for old time's sake, Zappy. We'll go back to the 90s. I was actually live for a couple bra and panties matches. Good times. Where's Wardlow? We don't know. He's like Waldo. We lost him again. Ain't no one wanting to see Becky's granny pain. All right, guys. Get back here, folks. Get focused. Get off the stupid shit and get back onto topic. But this match makes me think we'll get Becky Trish 3 at Payback. Yeah, Richard, I'm kind of with you there. I'm kind of with you. But how does this match end then? What do they do with it? Becky versus Shayna would be interesting, except Shayna, I feel like, has a bit of a babyface feel to her right now, coming off the beating up of Ronda. I think a lot of people appreciated Shayna Baszler getting rid of Ronda Rousey. So could Shayna lean in and change that up real quick? It could work. I'd love it. But that would be very intriguing as far as who carries who. Like when you get to the end of that story, who goes over? Another Botchamania scene. It's been a few. They teased Shayna versus Becky last week in a backstage interview. Very true, Mark. Very true. Becky is working her frustration at being left off SummerSlam. Yes, the lemon thing is awesome. But again, I'm good. I think it's been funny. And that's what it is. And again, I still believe that I did not want to see this match on SummerSlam. SummerSlam was long enough without the inclusion of this match. And right now, this match is okay. Crowd doesn't seem to give a shit. I think they hold Becky till Mania with Rhea. True. I like that. Beth versus Rhea at Survivor Series. Beth, okay. Very interesting, Kenny. I could see them saving Becky for Mania, though. Vitamins and Arnold Palmer's are great in the summertime. Zing. Like it. Becky and Shayna next. Okay. It seems to be there you go. Next feud for Becky before Ripley to buy some time. Either Liv or Raquel, maybe. Well, we don't know what Liv's status is. We'll see when that changes. As now you have a Jeff Jarrett. Dude, what are you doing? Go back to the flag. What are you doing? Jeff Jarrett. Are you kidding me? Leave it to Becky to make something out of lemons. It will sell. 100%. 100%. Instead of crying, instead of whining, just roll with it. Roll with it. Trish is up on the top. Becky attempting to meet her up there. Becky for the win. And the surfing. This match sets women's wrestling 2 matches back. Main event, I got Finn. We'll get there. We'll get there, Ronnie. I know we're already looking past this match. All right, buddy. Becky for the win. Are those real lemons? Oh. Could it be sabotage from the VPs in order to get Punk suspended again? Bring in some that can trigger Punk and ruin the serenity vibe of the backstage at Collision. I really don't think so, JV. I'd hate to think that it would be that calculated, that, detrimental to the company. Are there people that are loyal to that group, that are friends with that group, that maybe already have an axe to grind with Punk, don't really like them, and, kind of, instantly go to social media and start complaining? It's something we talked about a lot, even talking about Lufisto and Britt. Oh, we got a count out. So we are getting this to continue. Boo. Where's my boo button? No way, Jose. All right, folks. I don't love it, but we're getting a count out as the ladies are in the crowd. Maybe they do end up in a cell. Jesus. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I don't know. But they're still fighting. And again, it was kind of a lukewarm match. So this moment's not really like, oh my God. But yeah, now Michael Cole's selling us. So maybe they are going to stick him in some type of cage or last woman standing or Trish and Becky. Trish is Becky dream match. Okay. It's becoming a nightmare. I'll say that much. You can definitely see Trish rust and limitations in this match. I mean, things change. We talked about it with Saraya and the idea that Saraya might end up winning the oh, okay. They're still fighting. They're not stopping. Double count out, yes. I'm gonna say yes, but maybe. Still 4-1, no contest. Both ladies counted out. Yes, true story. What'd Larry say? Meltzer has become the new Breitbart in random conspiracies. Breitbart? Whatever, it doesn't matter. No, Meltzer, it's different. Meltzer's more calculating. He is devious. He knows what he's doing. He knows he's full of shit. He doesn't give a fuck. He is bumping a narrative, and I'm convinced that somebody in that camp has naked pictures of him or inappropriate texts or something. They definitely feel like that group of people are holding him over a barrel for sure. But he seems like he can't say anything bad about them, and it's unfortunate. Oh, that's going to be Zoe. Well, where were you 10 minutes ago, Zoes? This count explains why Trish and Becky didn't main event. That does make sense, but they are still brawling at the merch stand. Merch is being thrown. Becky chance slightly. -4. AB. After Becky beats Trish tonight, Trish should make a peach company. Thus begins the lemon versus peach war. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so Zoe and Trish leaving feeling somewhat victorious. Yeesh. All right, so we're getting it next, folks. Finally, with approximately, we got a good amount of time. Folks. We head back into commercial break, and I will once again remind everybody, make sure you come back tomorrow. We will have live coverage of NXT, and then we are back on Wednesday for Fight for the Fallen. Crazy night in Nashville. Lots going on as we head towards All In. We will be live for All In. We'll be live for All Out. We'll be here for Payback. We'll also be here for Impact's Multiverse 2. We're going to be here for some UFC. We're going to be here for Collision, and all week long we watch more live wrestling than any other channel, folks. So make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and get in the chat. Say hello. Let's see what you got. Again, now it feels like people might be right that this is leading to a bigger stipulation match. You know, because they ended up fighting in the breezeway, and they ended up in this, in the merch booth. Are people going to get a Hell in a Cell? We got to keep you ladies at the ring. Nobody in, nobody out. Oh, I don't know how I feel, folks. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm struggling. Cody Rhodes for the win. Fair enough. I will take your predictions. KJ, what is your budget beer, bottom of the shelf stuff in Canada? Over here, it's Keystone Light. Shit, JV. I'm not a big beer guy. We got, you got your dark horses and your fucking, like your Molson XLs and shit like that. But yeah, no, I'm going to the whiskey section. Sorry. Trish versus Becky will restart later tonight. No, it will not. Or I will not be here to watch it. Hated the ending. I'm with you. Who should be Trish's partner against Trish and Zoe? I guess you mean who should be Becky's partner against Trish and Zoe? It's up in the air. People are assuming it might be Lita. I threw out Mickie James. Shayna Baszler? Shayna? Maybe? I don't know. Although people won't like the count out, Becky and Trish weren't going to end on Raw. Yeah, if it was going to, they had to find a way to get out of it, Richard. So, to your point, yeah, nobody likes a double count out. Nobody likes a tie. Nobody likes a flat finish, but they're trying to do something. I don't love it, but I get why they did it. That last hour could have been way better. The last hour has been fucking mud. It has been a dredge, Trevor. Excuse my language, but I feel like it's just it. I thought the first portion of the show, about the first 90 minutes, we were clipping, and then it just kind of dipped, and we got long segments, and that's the challenge the WWE has had for years. And you know it's that third hour. You have 3 hours, and it is so hard to keep it going for 3 hours. And we see it time and time again where there's chunks of the show that are really good, parts of the show that we probably could cut off and fit Raw nicely into 2 hours with a bow on it. The new lemon champion with a giant lemon front plate. There you go. Just don't tell Nick. He doesn't like new belts. You get upset. Zappy, change your vitamins. No result. And now we're getting a reminder of the 25 years of memory come to life with Edge. Are you streaming GCW Homecoming Night 1 and Night 2, KJ, on the 19th and 20th? I think it's going to be part of the mix, Damian. We will confirm it as we go forward. There is so much going on. You got to remember, like, on the same day, we're going to do Impact and All In. We got so much to cover, including GCW, including House of Glory, Wrestling Revolver. We will let you know. Stay tuned. But even if we're not watching them on the what we call the front, we often have them on in the back. Molson Black Ice is your budget strong beer. I'll take that, Mega. I was close. We got, go get an OE. We're good to go. Cody by DQ. Lita or Mickey James makes sense, Richard. I'm with you for sure. I say Lita will be Becky's partner. That seems like the most likely, the most obvious. Yeah, if I was to guess, she did get put out. She was hurt. She is part of the storyline. But I just for the sake of mixing this up, it would be nice if it wasn't. That's just my take on it, though, guys. That's just my humble opinion going up against what we've had already. But we got Gunther back on our TV. And Ludwig is not happy. No idea what he's saying, but he's not happy. Sappy. That's I'm nothing without my best friend. Third hour blues. Mark, I almost let that go. The third hour blues. I almost read it like it blues. Yeah, no, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, it's just extra. And they seem to have a challenge of making it interesting. You start giving us promo, vignette, promo, package, replay. If you don't have the content to fill the time, then don't fucking put it out there. And I know we've been talking about it for years, and it's one of everyone's go-to belly aches. But, I mean, Raw is not a bad show. It's just too long, and you don't have 3 hours of compelling shit to put on it. But it's not been a bad Raw. Let's get that straight. I've enjoyed the vast majority of it. I just feel like we hit a fucking roadblock, but oh, so it's going to be Gunther versus... Wait, what? So Gable versus Gunther next week for the IC title. We're in Quebec City next week, says Michael Cole. WWE needs to cut it to 2 hours, 3 hours, too much to handle. Once upon a time, Mega, none of us complained about the 3 hours. I mean, I'm sure there was always somebody that was like, it's too long. But at once upon a time, that 3 hours had a lot of shit in it, so you were okay. Sometimes on a 2 hour Raw back in the day, you'd be like, oh man, I wish they had more time. Now they just don't have it. And if again, if you were going to do this, you need to get your team together and say, all right, who's in charge of the first hour, who's in charge of the second hour, and who's in charge of the third, and they better all rock. Uh-oh, here comes Pierce. We're going to get the call. She wasn't at ringside. Jesus Christ. Adam Pierce arguing like my buddy. She wasn't there. Uh-oh, they're going to put him in a cage. Steel cage, not a cell. We're going cage. 9:30 to 10:30 is always rough. That's where you should go from 9:30 to 10:30. And I'd start plugging in some of your cruiserweights, some of the guys that you have kicking around that you're not using that could really, that Heritage Cup that we see on NXT, something that vibe. You know, you have a lot of talent like a Cedric Alexander not being used. You got no MDR down below. Dragon Lee's kicking around. And you start putting them in the 9:30, 9:45 spot and let them have a good 15, 20-minute match, maybe two of them. I think there's an opportunity there. You also have an opportunity to highlight the women a little bit better and lots of time to do so. But here comes Cody. Jeez. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Got Cody for the win. I used to book at a venue called Keystone Lounge. $1 cans of Keystone Light. We'd sell hundreds of beer a night. Oh, man, the good old days. The dollar night, or in Canada, we got loonies and toonies. Looney being $1, toonie being $2. And, yeah, loony toonie nights at a good old mud hole is always good, always good. Gunther getting more comfortable on the mic is bad for the rest of the roster. Everything they're doing with Gunther works. You know, in and out of the ring right now, Kenny, he is firing at all cylinders, and he's been outstanding. Like you said, it is bad news because he's just going to keep climbing. Impact Multiverse United 2 is August 20th. Yes, it is. But there's also, what is on the 27th? Emergence is on the 27th, Bonkers. And we'll be here for Emergence as well. Our very own Luna Havoc will be live and in person for Impact Emergence in Toronto. So we got a shit ton of wrestling to cover coming up. Like I said, All In, All Out, Payback. You know, we got other big stuff lurking in the woods. Plus, we got more interviews coming your way. Plus, we got more original content, more shorts, more games, more fun. Just keep it coming, folks. We're growing by the minute. We're still just a wee baby. Cody Rhodes for the W. Cody for the win. When are we getting Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus in a keel? Wow. When are we getting Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus 3 in a steel cage match? He didn't actually say. And if anybody out there, fact checkers, I might have talked over it. If you know when that's going to be, let me know. I got a bold prediction. Rewind years back on Smackdown, we got Becky versus Bliss in a cage. And we got Bliss winning with Mickey returning same thing. Rocco, I like it. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, that's a stretch to connect the dots, but hey, they are creatures of habit, and we know the WWE does like going back to the well. I'm all for it being Mickey. I really am. I just don't know what her medical status is. I think she's okay, but we will see. I agree, KJ. Turn 9:30 to 10:30 into the first hour of Nitro. Ding. Yeah. Give us some more of that upbeat shit, right? Like, give us some pace. Give the fans a reason instead of lulling them through that time period where you're just like, oh, it's just the middle and then we'll come out strong at the end. Nah, give the people a reason to fucking be up and active. You want our attention for so many minutes, then fucking make them entertaining. Take that time to build the women's tag champs. Also an opportunity. Yes. Worst beer ever created was either Zima or Bud. I'm not getting into that debate. Not tonight. But for multiple reasons. Finn for the win. Next week. Okay, so they're going straight to next week. Really? Okay. Now that I thought was going to be on Impact. I thought it was going to be on Payback. So the fact that they're going quick and early, woo, they also want to get this shit over with. Cody for the W. We're good. Yeah, okay. That is exactly what I said with Mickey and Alexa. Absolutely, JV. Fair enough. Fair enough. Finn for the win. I like it. During the ruthless aggression era, Raw had a roster of superstars more suited for cutting promos, while SmackDown had more athletic roster for competing in ring. Absolutely. You had the SmackDown 6. You had the workhorses. You had, the Eddie Guerreros, the Edge, the Kurt Angles of the world. And yeah, Raw was more of your build the storyline. It's almost backwards now, where you'd almost have the Bloodline on Raw and make it the focus of the 3 hours and build that way to keep people around for the third hour. And then the other show would have more of the work. It's a little bit backwards now, but we're not getting a whole lot. But yeah, next week, Drew McIntyre will take on Matt Riddle and the New Day. But that is Drew in the ring with a whole lot of babyface. Just saying. Think about it, folks. And Chad Gable going after Gunther. I see title on the line. So next week, going to be a fun one. The American Nightmare for the win. Yeah, nobody's betting against Cody, eh? Becky versus Trish in a steel cage decorated in lemons. I have a feeling there's going to be no winner to this match. Or is it going to be more nonsense between the Judgment Day cost Finn? Cody ain't taking a loss. I just don't know if he's going to get a win, if you feel me. Mid 2020 or Cisco. MD 2020 or Cisco. Give 1 hour of the 3 to the women's. Could. You got to make it compelling, Zappy. You got to make it count. You got to make it matter. No, Mickey James is doing Rev Pro in London on the 26th August, but could be Lita the return for Becky. Interesting bonkers, but I've seen faster travel. You never know. As Finn Balor making his way out all alone. KJ with Monster Monday Night Football starting next month. Do you think Raw will be going into a lull, or don't see the shows being any more compelling if this is the product? AB, it's a very interesting question in the sense of I think the starting of NFL season should cause the WWE to pull their socks up and you really got to dig in. And that's what they did. They've done in the past. They've tried to up their ante, and you got to give a reason for people to watch. And even if they're not going to watch live, you need to create moments that people are going to seek out on social media, seek out on, on their own to watch it, to stream it, to download it. So, yeah, the onset, I mean, it's only been the last couple years I've heard like major talks of, and a lot with AEW as well, of like avoiding moments, avoiding competition. Back in the day, man, they just went toe to toe. They didn't give a shit. No, Mickey James is doing Rev Pro. Got that one. I admit I like Mike's Lemonade Black Cherry Edition. Never had a JV, but there you go. I like Mike's. That sounds wrong, but whatever. Let it be the last lemon standing match. Larry, that's got a ring to it, my guy. That's got a ring to it for sure. Either the IC title misses payback or Gable Gunther ends in a screwy finish next week. Fair enough. Maybe. Maxine turns on Alpha Academy. Dun, dun, dun. Ronnie taking Finn. Very interesting choice. I can see Finn winning with JD McDonagh's help. Interesting. All right. Hey, KJ, Cody should go to AEW. He would be world champion by now. Oh, wait. AB, I was right with you going like, what is this man thinking until I got to the end? Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure Cody is thrilled with his life choices, and they've seemed to work out very well for him. I kind of think watching these talents rise through NXT to main roster kind of hurts. You get burned out on the talents quicker instead of having fresh faces in the mix. Mark, that's very interesting. And I think maybe when NXT was black and gold and just on the network, that didn't necessarily, like, there was times where like KO or Paige or somebody popped up from NXT, even the Shield. You didn't really know who they were. And they're like, oh shit, who are these guys and girls? And to your point, that is valid. And I think the bigger problem is you're already on an arc with them. You're already following them. You already want to see them do good. And you know how good they are. You know the climb, and then they come in and they get jobbed. They come in and they sit in the basement. They come in and they're aimless. I think they need to do a better job of transitioning the talent. They need to do a better job of, we have a plan for that person on NXT. Bring them up. This is what we're going to do with them for the next 6 to 8 to 12 months. If you do that, you're less likely. But yeah, then you got to be smart. And you got to pick your spots that they don't burn out. Whew. Move LA Knight to go against NMF. I think that we're going to see The Miz on Friday, Zappy. That's all you're going to get. But if you get LA Knight, if you move, I don't know. Right now, it doesn't seem to matter. If he wants to show up, he can show up. Larry, I see Priest winning. Oh, wait, never mind. Not yet. Lemon on a pole match. Ding. I miss Loomis. He was busy, but he'll be back. But right now, Cody and Finn going back and forth. Finn's got a little bit of the control. Big basement dropkick. Judgment Day tries to help, but costs Finn. Yeah, Mark, I kind of feel like been there, done that. But I could see it definitely continuing. Yes. Again, crowd. Our Winnipeggers in Canada here aren't the I like hummus. Judgment Day trust to help. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I could see it definitely continuing. Watch out for the pulp. It's not the pulp, it's the juice in the eye. It's acidic and it burns. Man, Raw's pacing has been garbage. Nothing to take away from the match, but I'm deflated. I just want to call it a night. Imagine being in my shoes, bro. But you're right. This one, and we always say it here, guys, that we can give you guys a gauge of how we feel about the show, just kind of based on the energy. And I felt like the energy that we had through the first half died in the second half. The live crowd died. The energy around the show has diminished. It really did hurt the show. I thought we were like off to a really great start to the week. We will see how this wraps up. But yes, you kind of get just kind of like, all right, I don't care what happens. Are we done? Becky versus Trish in a lemonade stand match. I got that one. I like it. Here comes Dom Dom and Rhea. So Sequoia and Grayson Waller have a good transition from NXT. Amen. Yeah. But again, if you put, oh, look, Finn giving some love to Dom. But if you give Solo like that, like a marquee spot and just keep beating it into our heads, you're right. By the time he's 3-4 years into his career, we feel like we've seen a lot of them. So you do have to be strategic in how you plot these angles and storyline out. I think Solo being in the background for as long as possible, it doesn't hurt him at all. Bro, the crowd is dead. I can hear the guy in the front row perspiring. JV, if you listen close enough, you can actually hear me coming in through the vent system. I think KO and Sami versus JD McDonagh and Finn at Payback. Possibly. We got to figure out what's going on with KO. We really got to get him back in the mix. But highly possible. I thought it was going to be KO and Sami versus Dom and Damian at the last pay-per-view at SummerSlam. I was talking about LA Knight going against Monday Night Football. Oh, I see what you're saying. There you go. Context is king, Zappy. But yeah, if you want to bring numbers, people want to see LA Knight. I mean, you have a lot of things that you could utilize, but they're gonna have to step it up, and we know it. But they've been through it for decades now, right? It's not their first NFL season. I don't think they're gonna mail it in for the next 7 months. Cody Rhodes wins tonight. Thank you, Steve. Oh, I think Cody wins as well. Cody either wins or nobody wins. That's how this one's going to play out. Now I can see Randy Orton coming back with this Riddle McIntyre tag situation. Rocco didn't even recognize you. Yeah, I agree. I think that's what they're building. I think we're building towards heel McIntyre, and it would be really cool for me if it was heel McIntyre, babyface Randy Orton. So McIntyre turns on Riddle, beats the shit out of him because everybody beats the shit out of Riddle. Riddle's paying his penance to the WWE gods. And yeah, if RKO came back to help him, there you go. It works. It could work. I think the place is going to come unglued if Randy Orton pops up anywhere. But this does make sense. This does feel like where it's going, Rocco. And to think, there's still 20 minutes left. There better be something. Yeah, I got about 11 minutes. 11 minutes. What else we got? Similar to Jacksonville, WWE gets bad crowds despite a solid show to me. It's an interesting one, Richard, because I always put the onus on the company. I don't love the idea of, the crowd was flat tonight. Yes, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Yes, I'm sure you get into a place and they just aren't vibing with it. Usually when you come to Canada, the crowd's crazy. Winnipeg, Calgary, Quebec, Edmonton, wherever you go, out east, it doesn't matter. The crowds are usually pretty amped for wrestling in Canada. But I do put it on the show that you have to give the people a reason to get out of their seats. And I'm not saying tonight's show was bad, but maybe there wasn't a lot of moments to really go crazy. And I think maybe the lulls, the long second hour took them out of it a little. Especially Winnipeg. Winnipeg's a pretty rowdy place. KJ, it should be like the Kennel from Hell match. Lemons instead of dogs. There you go. I think they should do like the lemon truck match. You have it going down the highway and they fight in the back, a la Dusty Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes, by the way. Or maybe half yellow and half orange. I missed the context there. Oh, there you go. There you go. Throw in some oranges, maybe. Cody Rhodes wins with Rhea ejected. Yeah. 2 women, 1 cage, and a lemon for the win. Ding. AJ Styles, Edge, and Bianca saving Cody Rhodes. Richard, what show? I think you're watching an old show, but let's do a Hell in a Lemon match. I don't even know how that looks or how you pull that off. It's like you get little cuts before the match. So you get, you got to take some slices to the skin and then throw them in they wrestle in a pool of lemonade for the rest of the night. 10 minutes. It would be more interesting if we had Demon Finn. Like tonight? That's a stretch. I don't think you can just show up with that. What else we got? Here comes Damian Priest. Why did I click on you again? Damian Finn needs to slumber until he's back to babyface, and then Demon can be used correctly. 100% right. I mean, I agree, and I think the Demon is once in a while, once in a blue moon, and cannot lose. You bring the Demon out, it's a big deal, and I get it. If he always wins, then we know, but how many people in wrestling, we know how things are going to play out, but we're okay. We're there for the pop. 2 count on Cody. David, good to see a hardcore match with lemon juice in the cuts. That Trish versus Becky match was like getting kicked in the butt if the person kicking you had steel toe boots and the person getting kicked had hemorrhoids. It definitely didn't help. It definitely didn't help this last hour. Demon Finn should be exclusively in the big 4 pay-per-views at minimum. And again, it shouldn't be every one. Like every time he has a pay-per-view match, he's destined to be the demon. I don't think so. Time and place, a rivalry, something, he's going, like you said, he goes babyface because of what's happening here with Judgment Day. Wow, Damian grabs the foot. And, he's going through war with the Judgment Day and they keep shitting on him. He becomes the demon to get over. That works. You got to build to it. You got to have a story to it. You got to have some feel to it. Or maybe some onions into the eye. They're like onions. LJ versus OC. LJ. Fiend needs a demon version for the Judgment Day. Finn? Oh, you mean like a completely different one? I think they kind of tried that. It just didn't work out really well, Zappy. Cody Cutter on Finn. Yes, that did happen. Does OC lose the title to Wheeler Yuta? You know what? This might be the first time in a long time that I'm actually nervous about OC's title. Yuta could take this as we get a 2 count. We get a 2 count on Cody. Crowd still flat. Even the announcers are kind of flat. I'm not going to lie. Dun, dun, dun. Got it. Let me double check. Sorry, someone said I froze, so I was just, if anyone's wondering what kind of psychosis I'm going through, that's what happened there. But I seem to be unfrozen. I'm tired of the little Irish guy who looks like the Fonz, who pretends to be a demon once in a while because Scottish mythology told him that he's a descendant of a demon. Oh, Cody! Crossroads! It's over! And I might have missed right before the ending because it was playing around. Here comes Dom. Thank you, Larry, by the way. First cry match. It's genius. There you go. And here comes Priest. Here comes Sami. We got some time on the clock, folks. Sammy's got a chair. The purple helm cell was awful. I think too often, and I think it's the influence of some of the TV writers and the people they've brought in that are not necessarily wrestling peeps, that they think they just, again, the imagery, like they get JD taking out Sami and smiling at Damian. There you go. And there, now JD helping out. Oh, no, watching. JD's watching JD. Yeah, sorry, back to this real quick, Boston. I think they get too dramatic, like too, over the top, too Hollywood at times. Purple cages and colorful shit. And one guy's got to be in black. The other's got to be in white. Like, it just gets heavy. Coup de grace, and Cody and Sami laid out. Lemon juice versus Orange Cassidy. There you go. There's the match. People are stuck on this. Lemons. Big botch by Priest. A little bit. Cody wins. Well, I'm 4-3. Yeah, that's an interesting night. But the beating continues. We still got time on this clock. Are you really looking forward to? We'll talk about that as I leave. Finn's cooked. Do you think Priest has a success? Do you think Priest has a successful cash in? I absolutely do. I really want him to anyway. I hate when they're not successful, but that's just being greedy. as they're removing the top of the commentary table. And McDonagh just continues to watch. 9 out of 10. Bobby jumping early for the ratings. Wow, strong one too. Whew. Could JD be what unites Judgment Day? Maybe. That'd be an unexpected twist. Now the ref, I don't know what he's doing, but he gave up on whatever he was doing. And the Judgment Day standing over Sami. Cody still in the ring. Oh, wait, Finn going back up. Wow. So we going to get Balor Cody payback? Is that what we're setting up here? Yo, Big Dog. How you doing, buddy? Better late than never. Could JD be what unites them? Got that one? That's interesting. That's interesting. I don't think so, JV, but maybe. Tell commentators, Coupe de Gras. This is, yes, it's silent. Coupe de Gracie. See you tomorrow, Bobby. I watched the original All In the other day. The card was stacked. Rey Mysterio, Okada, Chelsea Green, Tessa, Golden Elite, MJF, Cody, Aldis, DDP. Yeah, I mean, it had everybody. It was a big show. And that's part of what people got to remember, right? Like, there was a lot to that show. All right. Oh, it was on the backs of the Young Bucks. Nah, there was more to that show. But JD going home. Nobody coming to save these fellas. And Judgment Day. Running WWE Raw 7 out of 10. KJ, what about lemon and orange? Let it go. 7 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Folks, if you're new here, we take a rating out of 10. So get them in, get them in, get them in. If rumors are true, I read somewhere that Cody might pin Priest for the case. That's a bullshit rumor. I don't imagine that's going to happen. That'd be fucked up, but I don't see it. I still think Cody's going to win back-to-back Rumbles, guys. Pissed me off. And the next one, he's going to start at 1 or 2. All right, I did it at 30. I'm going to go back the other way. I bet the Digital Car Man has plenty of bulletin. Oh, he's going to be fucking losing his noodle tonight. Losing his fucking noodle. He's screaming for his moms and his grandmoms. Yeah, no, he's going to vein popping out of his head. Just screaming at nobody. Screaming in his AEW hoodie. It's going to be great. What would have been good shock to the end of the night was if Brock came out to save Cody. People have talked about this, if that door could be open, but then he's the ultimate equalizer. Like, who's going to stop him? But that would be very crazy if it happened. 7 out of 10 says Mega. Like the 1, 2, 3 Kid and Razor Ramon crybaby match. Somebody ending up in a diaper. Let's go. 6.5 out of 10. The 0.5 because of the Judgment Day. All right, fair enough. 6 out of 10 says JV. Do you think there's a chance Sasha Banks shows up at All In? Maybe, Kyle. Again, I think if you were going to have Sasha Banks involved, surprising people with Sasha is a tricky one. You want as many eyes to what you're about to do on such a historic level that you want to bring in. That's not something I would leave to, like, surprise, she's here. And it'd be really interesting to see what she has planned. They have planned with her. If she goes there, she's got to be one of your top girls, if not the top girl. 7.4 out of 10 says Bash. I'm out. Good night, Boston. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I'm not. Jade Carhill gonna be at All In. I do not see her being at All In. She may be done with AEW. She might not want to wrestle. I don't know. Oh, it's freaking funny. 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Appeal cage match. Got it. 7.9 out of 10. Judgment Day ruling Raw, Bloodline ruling SmackDown. Imagine if we get War Games at Survivor Series and it's Judgment Day versus Bloodline. A bit of a long road to get there for Survivor, but shit's happened. But I would love to see War Games back at Survivor Series. I think that should be an ongoing thing. Judgment Day against Bloodline. I don't know, but be very intriguing how we got there. 100 out of 10. Trish was mesmerizing. See, Money, I can't even argue with you, my guy. That's a good one. This probably would work better if Damian wasn't carrying the briefcase. I think Damian with the briefcase actually adds just a little bit more to it, in my humble opinion. I like the idea that that's looming. There's a bit of jealousy that would cause dissension amongst friends. Generally with two fellas, it's either, success or love that turn them on each other. So, yeah, I think the briefcase is okay in this regard. 5.5 out of 10, says Aaron. Good to see A-Town. Kyle's giving it an 8 out of 10. Like it. WWE should do WWE RAW and Smackdown Anniversaries 3-hour special of the WWE old superstars. Ricky, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Maybe you're not wrong. I mean, that'd be interesting. We'll see when we get there how they handle that. But yeah, I mean, most of the old superstars can't kind of do, but if we load them up, I'm all for the nostalgia pop. Absolutely. Just Trish being Trish. Ding. Sasha should dress as a fan in the crowd and come out and sack the winner of the Fatal 4-Way if she's good to go. That's the factor with Sasha. She is a bit injury prone and she's been on the shelf for quite a while. Sorry, but Raw just didn't do it for me tonight. Too many questions than answers with the Judgment Day. Steve, you know what, man? Don't be sorry about it. It didn't do it for me fully. I'm not, like I said, I thought the first 90 minutes were really solid. I felt, as much as I love Imperium, I felt like that the promo match, then another match took way too long. And honestly, to me, that was when I kind of started losing my drive on the show. As much as I love Imperium, as much as I love what they're doing with Gunther, going through that much time and multiple different things happening, I felt was filler. Simple Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Team Raw, JD. Team SmackDown, Bloodline. Yeah, maybe. I don't like it, though. I don't like when they just throw the matches together. You're on this show. I don't like it. But, hey, they've done worse. Yeah, I have 3 lemon. Yeah, there's a few over there. We'll talk about it. I'll just take a pause on the lemon strain vitamin. No, it's wonderful. Justin, welcome back. What a crap. Raw, nothing made sense. 100. Zoe didn't even interfere. Yeah, it didn't make sense either because of both Lynch and Trish were called out, and main event was something we've already seen several times. Felt very lackluster. I am going to give the show 6 point. I'm going to give it 6. No, I go 6.5. But yes, even when Pierce yelled at them, it didn't make sense, Justin. Like, why? Dog, that's unfortunate. It's good. And folks, I think I'm ready to say goodbye. Kyle, would you, or could you possibly, who could you see dethroning Gunther? Shit, I could be Gable. I thought it was going to be McIntyre. I thought McIntyre was going to chase a little bit. Gunther has to get to September. Gunther's going to beat the Honky Tonks record. Nobody's beating Gunther until after that. Now, right now, they're building a storyline with Gable, so that would be my guy. I mean, if Gable beat Gunther, found a way to win it, it'd be great for Gable. Gunther will survive, and then Gunther can go after the world title. But we'll see where we are in a few weeks. Gunther has to beat that record first. 5 out of 10, says Justin. So a little bit less than me. There was one other one. It doesn't matter. It's probably Damien. Anyway. Gunther hasn't broke Honky Tonk's record yet. Exactly. After that, Gunther might drop the title, maybe Royal Rumble. He might drop it quicker than you think. So it'll be very interesting to see how it goes. AB on the lemon train out of 1. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 5? Might be 6. Out of one. So we're not heading in the right direction right here. But with all that lemonade being made, folks, because that's what we do around here. We will take all the lemons. That's better, AB. 1 out of 10. I appreciate it. And that turns out to be 6. So there you go. Folks, we are back tomorrow. NXT. We are on the heels of, we're on the verge of Heat Wave, which is coming up. A couple big matches tomorrow night. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you join us. We're going to try and figure some things out on NXT. Last week, we did over 1K on NXT. So go tell all your friends. Be here live. We want to see the Tuesday and Thursday streams blow up. Wednesday, we got Fight for the Fallen. It's going to be a crazy one. Jeff Jarrett, we've already talked about it. We get a Texas death match in Nashville, so screw it. And what else do we got going on? We're here Thursday with Luna Havoc. We're here on Friday, doubleheader. The Tag Team Champions will be back. And then we got some pay-per-views and some UFC on the weekend. Folks, I can't thank you enough for tuning in. I can't thank you enough for being here. Make sure you hit that like if you haven't done it. Come back. Enjoy all our content. There's a bunch below. Check out all our links. Be a part of the show. Be a friend. Tell a friend. And until tomorrow night, I will see everyone on the flip side. Bye.